Ready? Play.
Hello, everybody. Good evening or good afternoon, wherever, depending on where you are. If you are in Asia or Middle East, kudos to you for staying up for this one. And tonight, I should say, in Turin at least, we have an iconic matchup, a blockbuster clash, I would say. The second round robin match in red group. Stefanos Tsitsipas versus Daniil Medvedev for the 11th time in their career. Obviously, I have with me Jethro, and Jamie has just joined us right now.
Nice.
What are your thoughts, Jethro, on this clash? I mean, obviously, we know how their matches have been in the past, the history behind this particular matchup, how it began. They're not friends exactly. Probably don't even like each other, but then one thing they don't fail to do is bring their best tennis against each other.
Yeah, no, and you mentioned obviously the relationship between them. I think they've kind of grown a bit of mutual respect for each other, which is obviously great and nice to see. But I do enjoy the kind of the fire in their rivalry and the tension between them. So, and you never know, they're both quite hot-headed at times, so it might slip out. But yeah, I think a lot of tonight's going to depend on Medvedev's serve. If he's serving super well, then I think that instantly puts him as the favorite. If he's double faulting like he did in Cincinnati, then it's anyone's game, I think. Oh, Shrey, you muted yourself, mate.
That was embarrassing. Yeah, we also have Jamie and Peter here with us. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Hey, guys.
So I'll start with Jamie. So what do you think of this matchup?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I agree. I think with Jethro, I think I'd make Medvedev the slight favourite. I've not actually kind of been sort of keeping on top of the kind of the maths and stuff of it, but my understanding is that Medvedev has to win. Is that right?
Yeah, he does have to. Both players pretty much have to, I would say. Medvedev more than Tsitsipas, because if it does get to a scenario where the players who go 1 and 2 end up qualifying, I guess Steph still probably has a chance if he does end up beating Rublev. I'm not sure because it depends on the margin, and obviously if it's between him and Rublev, he has the head-to-head with Rublev that'll put him through. Medvedev obviously have lost to Rublev. Peter, are you looking forward to this match?
Oh yeah, definitely. I love their matches. I was watching live for Cincy, their match, and it was just amazing. I believe Jethro, I just got in, was just saying how it depends on Stefanos' serving. And Medvedev had 11 double faults in Cincy, while Stefanos kept it down to 7. So it's definitely going to come down to serving. Their backhand to backhand, and just see like if Stefanos can wrong foot him, and if Stefanos can serve and volley pretty well. So yeah, it's going to be exciting.
Yeah, really exciting. We expect both players, as I mentioned earlier, to bring their best tennis against each other, although neither player has really gotten off to a very desired start. Stefanos obviously just completely outclassed by Djokovic, which can be demoralizing, especially considering how he played Novak, the same opponent, really close in his last match before coming into this tournament, which was the semifinal in Bercy, where Djokovic obviously prevailed 7-6 in the third. But then, the round robin match was not really close. Djokovic getting that crucial break of serve in the opening set, and obviously he held his own, and Steph saw only one chance in the second set to break serve. Djokovic snuffed that out as well. The tiebreaker, I think Steph was playing some really good shots, just wasn't enough for Novak. Medvedev, on the other hand, you could argue that he also would have ended up losing in straight sets, if not for that roller coaster of a first set where he did save 7 set points and take it. But Rublev, of course, full credit to him for coming back. And he was the better player throughout the match, it's safe to say. And even though the match was really close, it always felt like Medvedev was playing catch-up there. So again, a very scratchy match from him. I think this matchup specifically, especially since he likes playing Tsitsipas, safe to say, he would probably be a bit more confident going into this match, and he can, I guess, play a bit more freely. But then again, he probably would have expected to beat Andrei Rublev. That's not the case. So maybe there's a bit more pressure on Medvedev's shoulders, because Tsitsipas, he could have afforded to lose to Djokovic. It's not a match that he should have absolutely won on paper. So I think that's interesting to see what the dynamic is in that aspect and who has the psychological edge, so to speak.
Yeah, they actually just showed a really interesting bit of info that Tsitsipas has lost 4 of his last 5 matches since he won the tournament in 2019, which I wasn't even aware of.
Oh yeah, that's true, because
That's
he went
not-
1 and 2 in 2020. He losing to Team and Nadal, and he beat Rublev, saving a match point. Last year, obviously, lost the only match that he played before pulling out. That was to Rublev, and obviously he's lost to Djokovic just a couple of days ago. Medvedev, on the other hand, Tsitsipas was his last top 10 win back in January in the semifinal of the Australian Open. So it will be he hasn't won a top 10. He has beaten a top 10 player ever since. So will he break that drought against the very player who he last beat from the top 10? We'll have to see. But
Was Norrie not top 10 when he beat him in Los Cabos?
oh, he wasn't.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway, right.
That's
so
a
there's
shame.
that, and also the head-to-head is 7-3 in Medvedev's favor. But here's the interesting part: Tsitsipas has won 3 of their last 5 matches. So you just wonder who really has the momentum here. And even though it is 7-3 on paper, you would know that a lot of their matches were pretty close. And Medvedev is the one who's triumphed. And I would say the matches that have gone down the wire, most of them, obviously Cincinnati was the outlier really, where Steph, the match went the distance, and the result went Steph's favor. But then otherwise you have Monte Carlo, third round was it in 2019, was 6-4 in the third for Medvedev, 6-3 in the third in Basel 2018, 7-6, 7-5 in Shanghai in 2019, and of course their infamous first clash in Miami.
Alcaraz is there, I think.
What was that?
Alcaraz
Alcaraz is there.
Oh, because he's year-end number 1.
Yeah, he's come to he's come for that ceremony. And
he looks cool. He looks so snazzy.
Wow, it's a shame he's not there playing, right?
Oh, I know. I'm actually quite gutted he's not.
Yeah.
Oh. Right. I wonder how long that ceremony will go on for before the match begins, but at least that'll give us enough time, I guess, to talk about this matchup, which we do need, because it is.
We can recite the Indian Wells fight word for word about 4 times over.
Yeah, I would say this is probably the most. Not the most competitive, not the right word. Maybe the most fascinating rivalry amongst the players born in the 90s. What about you guys?
It's definitely the most spicy and most popcorn matches that I always look forward to when the lineup comes up. So I'm excited.
Yeah. What about you, Jamie? Do you have any disagreement there with the fact that I think personally, I don't know about Jethro, that amongst all the rivalries we have from the players born in the 90s, you had Thiem and Zverev going at each other for a while. That has sort of died down. But I guess if you look at the rivalry as a whole, all the aspects involved, like Peter mentioned, the spice factor. Definitely this matchup has a lot more, because Thiem and Zverev are really good friends, right? You won't have that. They'll kill each other on court, but then again, it's that they're gonna hug it out eventually.
Yeah, they're not as close anymore, I don't think, but they were really good friends. But I think Thiem's, at least on social media, distanced himself quite noticeably since the domestic abuse allegations. I haven't heard. I think the only time I've seen Thiem put Zverev on a story was when Zverev tagged him like 3 or 4 days ago.
Oh, okay.
Nothing.
Is he still following him?
Huh?
Is he still following him?
I don't know. I actually don't. I know that there's like loads of people in tennis who do check that stuff, but I don't
we don't do that, right? I mean, that is how I even came to know that Medvedev unfollowed him. It was back in the October of 2020. Somebody shared it like, oh, Medvedev is unfollowed Zverev because obviously Medvedev and his wife are good friends with Zverev's ex, who did
Right.
claim that she was abused by Alexander Zverev, who put out the allegations.
Didn't Tsitsipas block Medvedev on Instagram? Like ages
Yeah,
ago?
that was for a while. We knew that because Medvedev couldn't tag him, and they didn't have that group picture in 2019 before the Monte Carlo Masters. And somebody asked, why are you tagging a Steph fan page? Why you could tag Steph, and he replied saying, cannot tag somebody when blocked, right? And I do know that they've unblocked each other.
That's brilliant.
I do know that Steph is unblocked.
Yeah,
that's a modern sign, isn't it? It's a rivalry if you're blocked on Instagram.
yeah, that's like
Yeah, that's true.
I
But
think that's the only
I know-
'90s rivalry that has. one of
Yeah,
them blocking the
guess who was the one who probably got Steph to unblock Medvedev? It was Kyrgios. If you guys remember, in Washington 2019, there was that picture of them going on a helicopter. I think Kyrgios, Medvedev,
A
and
little private
Tsitsipas.
jet, right?
Oh wow.
It was a private jet or a helicopter. Yeah, probably a private jet. But yeah, that is when I guess things started to get better. I do know that they had a couple of handshakes that were warm, but then again, something has just lit the fire again. Either Medvedev getting mad at Tsitsipas's father, or Tsitsipas or having some interesting comments, especially after that Shanghai semifinal, saying that he finds Medvedev's game to be rather one-dimensional and a bit boring, which again, I guess, didn't make Medvedev happy at all. So it just, you just wonder when at least the back and forth would end. And obviously, even Steph mentioned that Medvedev is not the most mature guy anyway, verbatim in his Australian Open presser earlier this year, when obviously Medvedev lost his crap. I want to say, I don't want to swear here, but at Chair Empire, because he felt like Steph's father was constantly chatting away between points. Anyway, all that being said, they are mature enough to respect each other, at least, if not like each other. But yeah, all that talk aside, let's at least try.
Oh yeah, I just realized I didn't answer your question about the '90s rivalry.
Oh yeah, you did.
I would certainly say it's the most prominent and probably the best. My favorite one, unsurprisingly, is Team and Sportsman. But that's not just because they're best friends, but their matches are amazing. Like I love them.
Yeah, I mean they did play really good matches. Remember Vienna 2019 was the semis.
Yeah, final.
Oh, it was a final. Yeah, Berrettini was the semis, right?
Yeah.
I think that was a final. Yes. I think it was also Buenos Aires in 2019. RG 2020, probably the one that stands out really.
My favorite one's probably Montreal 2017. Schwartzman.
Oh yeah,
that was his kind of
beating,
breakthrough
right?
win, really. Yeah.
Right, I remember that.
That was amazing.
That's true. I think that swing was interesting for Team, right? Playing good tennis, but just losing out of nowhere, especially the Argentinian guys. Del Potro at the US Open, just 6-1, 6-2 up, and he loses.
Team used to just redline for like multiple sets, and then something would just give away, which kind of happened to him quite a lot in his career. But it's mad as well.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you go.
I was just going to say, so what do you guys reckon the chances of Team being here next year, if you had to put a percentage on it?
At least 60. Not
60.
much higher.
Ooh.
Oh, that seems high.
I'm going.
Is that too high?
I'm going 30.
I was going to say
okay.
in around 35 to 40%.
Wow.
Maybe 40.
I'm very hopeful for him. So maybe
I'd love to see it.
I
Me
thought
too.
you as well.
I really hope so. And I
do want to see it as well. I agree. Just because team came so close, especially 2019. I mean, being 3 points away, quite agonizing.
I do. Yeah, I just hope he gets another chance to win it at some point in his career, because those two finals he lost just snatched away from him. So difficult. But until post Wimbledon next year, he's defending like no points. So and he's back into the top 100 or on literally at number 100 in the world. So
there's Carlos Alcaraz lifting the ATP Euro and #1 trophy.
Look at him. And we're talking about 90s rivalries, and now we're talking about 2000s rivalries with
we have several on our hands.
Like,
we have Alcaraz.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Felix as well definitely in the mix, right? We shouldn't be
Yeah.
sleeping.
Yeah.
Definitely. The new big four, obviously.
By the way, anyone know if kind of in terms of age, has there been? Is he the youngest? He's the youngest year-end number one for quite a long time, or ever, or
He's the
Ever.
youngest ever.
youngest ever.
Yeah. Before this, the youngest was Hewitt, I think, but he was 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I miss Leighton Hewitt. So because Leighton Hewitt, I don't think would have won a slam in this era, but
No.
Yeah.
he
Rest
did.
you-
He did win 2 in his era, and he was really, really good.
Yeah.
And he was such a fun player to watch because he was so feisty.
So
Yeah.
tenacious.
Yeah.
He loved the lob as well. He was superb at lobs, wasn't he?
Yes. Yeah. He taught Andy Murray how to lob. That's where Andy got all his skills from.
Right. Yeah.
So Tsitsipas is out if he loses this. Then confirmed, I think.
Tsitsipas is out. Okay. And
If he
Medvedev
loses
is
tonight.
out as well. I think if he loses.
Who else? Oh, I guess it's not. It won't be official tonight. I suppose it will depend on the result and then who wins what on Friday and what sets and everything. Because Nadal, everyone was saying Nadal was out yesterday, and he was only officially out until Ruud won the first set.
Yeah, he needed Fritz in straight sets, didn't he?
Early group.
Right.
Yeah.
Still showing
Yeah.
some scenes of Alcaraz just enjoying his moment. It's unfortunate that he couldn't compete at this tournament, but
Yeah.
still a sweet ending nonetheless. And I mean, he's just 19 weekend. We will see him here for at least another decade, right?
Talking
as
about
well.
the chances of, I'm talking about the
At the
chances.
very least.
Chances of Alcaraz being here next year, I would say, are close to 100%.
Yes.
Yeah.
I actually tweeted during Miami. I was like, "It's weird to think that it was something like it's weird to think that Alcaraz is going to be very likely to be playing the ATP finals this year, and there's players older than him who will be playing the next gen finals.
Wow.
And it would have come completely true if he didn't get injured. But oh well.
Yeah. God.
Hey Claire. Claire's one of our popcorn fan.
She's excited to see Peter.
Just Peter, not me. Never me.
Not me either. Or Jamie. That's
I don't
all.
know.
Daniil Medvedev warming up as we speak. Just doing, I guess he's doing some stretching and freeing himself.
Probably got some weird stretching technique as well.
Yeah, I mean, the guy is like Gumpy, I guess.
Yeah, he's just
He's not human.
the most unorthodox.
Closer
human
to
being
Gumpy
ever.
than he is to human. Let's say.
I like his shirt though.
Yeah, I like the design, but then he's worn that exact same design, lost his last 3 matches. So I hope he changes it.
Oh, he needs a change.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it was the blue one at the US Open that he wore when he lost to Kyrgios, and the purple one, obviously, which he brought to Paris, and he's wearing here as well. Lost back-to-back matches. Here's something I don't want to scare Medvedev fans, anybody supporting Medvedev. 2019, Medvedev lost his opening match in Percy, and he went 0-3 in the group. He was also, even in 2019, he was in Tsitsipas' group, and he did lose a match by the same scoreline as the one he lost just a couple of days ago. That was to Nadal, 6-7, 6-3, 7-6. So far, he's gone 0-1, and he's playing Tsitsipas now. I hope for the best, but just wanted to get that stat out. Does it mean anything? Probably not. But
It's weird though. There's sometimes stats really do have a way of kind of repeating themselves. Like there's one last year of being like people saying that Ash Barty wasn't gonna win the US Open because they were like no WTA player has won Wimbledon and the US Open back to backs for however many years. And I was like, geez, that shouldn't matter like Barty's the
It
best player on the
shouldn't.
planet right now. She should win the US Open, and she loses in the 4th round. Like inexplicably loses as well. Like, what's going on with these stats? Like this, it's really weird. So there is a lot of history repeating sometimes in tennis, but I don't know. I still think Medvedev's the favorite.
I think so
Yeah.
too. I have him winning. My last 2 predictions were bang on. This one I have Medvedev winning from a set down. Let's
Okay.
see what happens.
So are we all going for for a 3-setter today? Do we all think it's going to be 3 sets?
I have a gut feeling, yeah.
Yeah.
At least I don't want to rule out Steph. I mean, with Steph, I only went for a 3-setter because I wanted to, keep it safe, because Steph, his level, especially this season, throughout the season, it's fluctuated. He's not had a consistent level. He's just peaked enough to, get enough points to be number 3. Of course, at live rankings, he's number 4. Casper Ruud overtook him with his win yesterday over Taylor Fritz. So it'll be interesting, right? If Steph does lose today, I'm not sure if he's most likely he's out of the tournament. I'm not sure. But yeah, he definitely wants to win this if he wants to remain in the top 3. Both players have just arrived to court.
Did you see Tsitsipas with the ball get? I thought he was going for like a massive high five. Like he was just waving at the crowd.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, Tsitsipas is probably like a fashion icon for men's tennis. Really, like he's really well. Right, no matter what kind of garbage kits Adidas throws at him, he just wears them so well.
He looks good. He looks good in like everything they give him.
He
which
looked
is
good
why-
even in that what do you call it? The US Open kit, and especially the one he wore in Montreal and Cincinnati. Like, oh my god, it looks like someone just ripped part of his shirt.
Well, like I said on our podcast the other day, that I was like, I was convinced myself that Adidas actually their design team is coming up with this stupidest, goofy ideas possible, and they're going to wait until it actually looks bad on Tsitsipas, and then they're like, okay, we'll go back to being normal again.
Yeah.
Like their polos are really nice from this year. Like teams worn like that really nice one, like different colors.
I'm more interested to see if these two will pose for a photo, because I remember Medvedev quite a few times he's run away after the toss. Like it's just not much. Yeah. Probably not what happened now, but still.
I have a feeling we won't see a good handshake because whoever loses is probably out the tournament, so they're going to be pissed off.
There we go.
Interesting.
Have we all seen the photo of the Talking Tennis founder John's photo with Tsitsipas?
Well, so they do take a picture.
Yeah,
I
I think they met earlier in the year. I'm not sure if he's posted it on the. He must have posted it at some point on the feed.
Surely.
Claim to fame.
Is John? I say John's not like. No, is he not behind closed doors at the moment?
He's not. So. I don't think so.
No, taking a night off.
Fair enough. Which means we can swear.
Stefanos Tsitsipas won the shot and elected to serve.
Just like you don't see players often elect to receive first.
A lot of them actually do.
It depends who.
Medvedev, Zverev, Sinner.
See, I don't get that with like Medvedev and Zverev because they're like elite servers. Like, why would you want to like? You'd want to serve.
I don't get that either. Especially Berrettini also he likes to receive. I know that Djokovic, Nadal, Ruud, Felix, these guys like to serve as usual. Andy Murray.
I was watching a lot of buyers this year, and like he was getting broken loads, you know, when he went on that losing streak, and he kept electing to receive first. And I was like, mate, like you're not breaking because you're not returning well, and then you're not serving well, so you're also getting broken. So you're actually just shooting yourself in the foot by electing to receive first every time.
Yeah.
But there's the picture.
There we go.
Stefanos Tsitsipas and Daniil Medvedev.
That t-shirt of Tsitsipas is horrendous, isn't it?
It is awful. But he pulls it off. Like it's not. Yeah, no, I think this is going to be very interesting.
I think so. Yeah, I think we could be going all the way. I think we could have a tie break in the third set, something like that. I think it could be that close.
I would love that.
Mm.
Okay. This banner is just like completely blocking out Peter. So I just yeah.
Oh no.
Right. They're showing Daniil Medvedev's player profile. Lackluster season for his standards, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
undoubtedly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, 45 and 17 for the year. Pretty sure last year he was, I think, 60 and maybe 13 or 14. So, yeah. And he won, I think, 3 or 4 titles. I know he won 4 titles, yes. It was Marseille, Mallorca, Toronto, and the US Open. Made the finals at the Australian Open, Paris Masters, and the ATP finals. Finished the year number 2. Pretty much once he got there in March after winning Marseille, he only dropped out of the top 2 for a week. That was after Madrid. Got back to the top 2 after Rome because I think Nadal's RG points dropped. And then he got fortunate in a way because Nadal dropped a lot of points, is losing the semis, being the defending champion. And Medvedev gained all of 360 points because he's never won a match before that at RG. So that helped a lot. Of course, Nadal pulling the plug in the season, playing like a couple of matches after.
I think it kind of indicates that he's had quite an underwhelming year by the fact as well that he kind of, he's didn't even have a shout of kind of being, world number 1 was still fairly open at the start of this tournament, and he wasn't even in with a shout. So kind of indicates, doesn't it, he hasn't had the best year.
Yeah. So on hard courts, their head-to-head is 6-2 in Medvedev's favor. I think indoor hard courts, if you are to count the Australian Open semi-final, I think the roof was shut for that match. And the first semi-final too, I remember the roof was shut because there were Australian New Year celebrations and the fireworks were distracting, so they decided to shut the roof. If you were to count that, I guess 2-1 in Medvedev's favor.
To be fair, nighttime at the Australian Open plays kind of like indoor conditions anyway.
In that case, 3-1 for Medvedev.
I mean, I would say it's closest. Yeah. It's the closest I've seen to indoor hard court that technically isn't. Because I mean, it's Australia's just like the courts are rapid, like they're so fast.
Yeah. I think 2020 they got really slow, especially at night. They were dead slow, and would have been interesting. I think wouldn't have affected the final because Team beat Djokovic on a really fast court at the ATP final. So I think tennis wise it wouldn't have made much of a difference. But yeah, players have just finished warming up.
Whose commentary is that?
I will let Jethro join
both of these.
Oh, I'm watching it.
Oh yeah, just mute it. Yeah.
All right. So I'll let Jethro, Jamie, and Peter take the reins. I'll be pulling the strings from behind as usual. So yeah, guys, enjoy the match. I'll try to enjoy it too. I'll see you at the end of the first set.
Cool.
Thank you.
See you soon, mate.
Cheers, mate.
See you later.
Go. Tsitsipas steps up to serve first.
Oh, I'm a bit ahead of you guys. I might pause. I'm already 2 points in.
Oh, are you?
Yeah. I'm on Prime as well, but
yeah, me too. I'm on the TV one. I think it's a bit slower.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm on my phone. Yeah,
I'm at love 15. That was a crap forehand from Tsitsipas.
Yeah. One more point and then I'll press play. So we'll try.
Okay.
So we're almost the same.
Cool. There we go. All right.
15-all.
15-all.
There we go.
Yep.
Yeah, I was calling Djokovic Rublev earlier, and that was like the first 7 games were just like all about the serve. It was really dull. It was like watching Isner v Karlovic.
Really? Oh god.
Yeah. Wasn't any rallies beyond 4 shots at all.
Yeah. That was similar to when we watched Alcaraz Runa, though, wasn't it, at the start of the match a few weeks ago?
Yeah, it did. That took a long time to come to life.
Yeah, it did. Head-to-head, Medvedev 7, Tsitsipas 3. That is a bit deceiving, though, because Medvedev won the first 5, I think, didn't he?
Yeah.
That's the head-to-head.
How many times have they played on clay?
Is it 1?
It must have just been 1, and Tsitsipas won in 3. But at the French Open.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if you guys agree with this, but from the younger generation, for me, I think Tsitsipas is probably comfortably the best player at the net when it comes to like the 90s and beyond players. And I guess lots of them are good at the net, but I think he's the most naturally comfortable up there. Personally.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, he kind of does give off these kind of Bjorn Borg vibes with his hair and diving around, for these volleys.
Oh, don't know if so he was just at the net there, actually, if you guys saw it. Lob volley.
Medvedev went for a crazy winner.
So it just came up there. They're 1-1 on clay, these two.
Oh.
There's a Monte Carlo meeting as well, which Medvedev.
Yes, Monte Carlo, 2019.
Yes. Medvedev's had some good performances on clay.
He was. Was it this year they played these two for the French one?
Last year, I think.
Last year. Yeah.
I think in the quarters last year.
That's right.
Yeah, and then Tsitsipas beats Zverev in the semis.
He was sauntering through the draw quite easily though until he came up against Tsitsipas, Medvedev. I remember rightly.
Yeah, and he's doing well this year as well. And then red hot Marin Cilic, which is always fun to see. I love a peaking Cilic at a slam. Always so fun.
Yeah, it's always going to kind of come crashing down at some point. Yeah,
because he was doing well in Australia as well. I think he did well at all the slams, and then Wimbledon he was one of the ones who got COVID, wasn't he?
Yes. Yeah.
It's actually a crime that Kyrgios got to that final with all those like elite players withdrawing, and like the insane draw opening up for him was mad.
Yeah,
like Berrettini and Cilic both putting out. It's just gutting.
Yeah. And then not having to play a semi-final as well.
And then no semi-final either. he played Tsitsipas, who's never beaten a top 50 player at Wimbledon.
Wow, is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
it's a good start.
It is a good start. I remember seeing that around the time.
Medvedev is having some sloppy forehands.
He's gone very long on that first.
There's another loose one.
It was an issue again, a bit of an issue against Rublev at times as well. Yeah, he's not awful, Medvedev, at the moment. It's just not clicking like it usually does. And like in Vienna, it looked like he was back to his best, really, almost. Like he played amazingly.
Yeah.
But
yeah, he's had some tough losses, hasn't he, this year? I mean, I think even the Rafa one at the start of the year kind of really seemed to knock the stuffing out of him. The loss to Kyrgios at the US Open was quite disappointing as well.
Very disappointing. He was really poor that match actually. There was oh gosh, he's pushing it with that second serve, isn't he?
Yeah.
Good volley though.
Very good volley. Yeah.
I mean, you saw
Nice.
Medvedev play Kyrgios in Australia early this year, and there wasn't a huge difference between Kyrgios' level in Australia and America. Probably just a bit better in America, and the difference in Medvedev's level is vast between those two matches, and they're kind of like polar opposite results. Both 4 sets.
Yeah,
very similar set lines.
Yeah,
interesting serve and volley tactic from Medvedev here. Wasn't expecting him to pull this out.
No, maybe he's kind of trying to match wary of Tsitsipas's net game, and he's trying to sort of
assert his authority.
Yeah.
So I don't know who I have. I think now I had Auger-Aliassime winning this tournament before it started, but I think my mind has now switched to Novak after the way he's played.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's looked amazing.
He's only been on court for about 2.5 hours, maybe just over.
Yeah, I mean today was barely an hour. Like,
Yeah.
oh, it's another long forehand from Medvedev. Oh dear.
That's interesting because when he's kind of staying back at the baseline, he's losing the points, isn't he?
He doesn't look comfortable at all.
Mm-mm.
So I think now with Medvedev, the more off balance he looks, the better he's probably playing. If he looks like he's like set and balanced, he's actually playing terribly.
Yeah.
He's got to be wacky and goofy.
Oh,
Nice rally.
yeah.
Oh dear.
Another one goes long.
Yeah, I was about to say nice rally developing, and then he skewers it wide.
That must be about 5 forehand errors, unforced errors at least so far
Yeah.
in this game.
First break point of the match already.
Wow, Tsitsi.
Another missed first serve. Crikey.
God.
Just a sloppy game. First serve has not been great.
No.
Oh, he's gone long with the smash.
Wow.
Oh dear.
God, he really went for that smash as well, didn't he? It was yeah.
I mean, it was a crazy shot to go for. He was like,
who do we think needs this? Because who needs this first set more? Do we think? Stefanos.
Yeah. Although, to be fair, I do really rate Tsitsipas as a fighter. Like, he loves to claw his way back. So, but I would still agree. I think Medvedev doesn't matter the scoreline too much.
Yeah. Yeah. Watching Rafa against Felix yesterday, I don't know, a bit more convinced of in a match of a player needing a first set more than that. Right.
Oh god, yeah.
Rafa needed to win that first set against Felix. It was only going to go one way after that.
And I thought Rafa looked pretty good, and I felt like until
3-all.
Yeah, and he had 40 love as well, and at 3-4, I think. And I was like, I actually think Nadal almost the better player right now, and then inexplicably gets broken, and that was kind of it. He was just playing catch up for the rest of the match.
Yeah. Really
better
nice point there.
Yeah, that was much better for Medvedev.
Yeah. Forehand starting to fire a bit.
Yeah, good angle.
Most absurd looking shot.
Point rally length.
Really nice.
Yeah. A lot of topspin on that.
Yeah, and it doesn't look, and like it's not even a normal way of putting topspin on the ball. It's like, it's brilliant. Oh, that was a good return though. He smashed that back at him.
Wow.
What amazes me about serve and volleying players is how quickly they get to the net after serving, especially if they've like, I know like often you'll slow your serve down a bit so you can get to net. You have got more time to get to the net, but it's still incredible how quickly they get there.
Yeah. And when you play tennis as well, you sort of realise how tiring it is running to the net as well, charging the net. It's so knackering.
It is exhausting. I don't know how Cressy does it. That's a good point from Tsitsipas.
Very good. Wrong-footed him there.
Haven't really had any backhand. It's mostly just been a battle of the forehand so far. See how Steph's backhand holds up. Hasn't lost a point on his first serve yet.
No.
Great serve.
Yeah, that's nice. Flying start from Stefanos so far.
The Greek man. Do you guys think Tsitsipas could win a slam next year?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Which one would you say has got his best chance?
His best chance would be Roland Garros, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I think. Sorry. Let's wait till this point plays out.
Yeah. Cool.
That was a great backhand. Oh, drop volley.
Oh, Stefanos. With
that was great.
The two-handed volley. Nice.
And the little drop volley was nice as well.
Really nice.
Good hold up the net. Just stayed where he was.
That's a very good hold there. Medvedev found a bit of his game there, and he's held strong.
So are you tipping Stefanos for Roland Garros next year, Peter?
Well, no. I'm just, that's his best chance if he has.
But I agree. I think obviously he could win the slam, but am I backing him to win any of the slams? No. I think he's at the moment he's always going to be a sort of a slight outsider, isn't he? Someone who's got a chance, but he's a bit behind the first 3 or 4 favourites.
Yeah, I mean that was kind of the case this year as well, and he had the good side of the draw to get to the final, and the way he was playing, he definitely would have lost to Casper Ruud in that quarterfinal. I think Ruud was really good, but yeah, I mean that loss to Rune was surprising. We'd heard of Rune for a while, and he just won Munich, a few weeks before, and he beat Zverev there, and that was still surprising that Medvedev went out to him quite comfortably as well, and that was his main issue this year, just underperforming at slams. Apart from the one slam where no one expected him to do well in Melbourne, because he turned up having just come off the back of elbow surgery and like no preseason, nothing, and got to the semifinals. So that was an amazing result for him, and he got a set off Medvedev there. So that's like he's leading the tour for most wins this season, but has really underperformed at slams. So that's kind of what he needs to. Yeah, because and that's thing, it's great doing well on the tour all year round, but the slams they are so important to any tennis player. So,
of course, that's kind of where that's where their season is judged, really, isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, people used to kind of mock, I guess, Wawrinka for only turning up to slams, but like, man, like he won 3 slam finals in a row. I think Nadal's the only one to have ever beaten him at a Grand Slam final, and that was at the French Open. So
that's where it matters. So
exactly.
He's won for that. Yeah, he's won 3 times the amount of slams as Masters 1000s he's won. I think Wawrinka.
Yeah, he won Rome once, didn't he? I'm sure he say too early to say this isn't Medvedev's day. Too early to say.
Too early,
These matches tend to go very up and down, I think. But that was not
many more backhands like that, and it might
maybe he's onto something. I don't know. I mean, I think the French Open every year I'm like, okay, it's open. We've got Tsitsipas, we've got Ruud, we've got Alcaraz, and then next year, we'll have Rune, maybe Team will be, a top 30 seed by then. He'll be a contender if he's back to his best.
I mean, Felix had a good French Open as well. Great French
Open, and Felix is kind of potential to win any slam. If he puts it all together, you will need to sort out his backhand, I think. But he was close. Nice. He was so close to beating Medvedev at the Australian Open this year. So who knows?
Yeah.
And then I think Sinner could win anywhere next year, definitely.
Yeah.
I was saying earlier as well. I think not that I see them winning slams this year or next year, but I think the 2 big big lads, left-handed, next-gen players, Jack Draper and Dominic Stricker, I think are both going to make quite impressive slam runs next year. Their games are so good.
Did you say that you had last? Did you say you had Jack Draper in the top 20 next year?
Yeah, I think I did. Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
And now I think I would add Stricker to the top 25 for sure.
I'm surprised by Stricker.
Me too.
I've only seen him play 3 times.
I hadn't really seen much of him at all. I just heard his name, and then I watched him against Draper, and God, like the next gen finals. This was. I mean, he was just redlining, like it was insane. It's a good point. From
Is he a big guy? Is he?
He's like quite stocky. He's not like massively tall, but yeah, fairly tall and stocky. Whereas Draper's just like big and stocky.
Yeah.
As a Brit, I do really like Draper. I think there's something very exciting about him.
Yeah.
And Peter, despite me being American, probably supports the Brits even more than I do.
Probably.
Why is that? I've never actually asked you, but why do you love the Brits
Andy
so
Murray?
much?
I mean,
you're a big Murray guy, aren't you?
Backs whomever on the Brits, then he's definitely been my guiding compass of hey, there's this up and comer that needs to be supported, like 80 McHugh and others. So yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Was you a Tim Henman guy? Yeah.
I got into tennis a little bit after. Well, I take that back. I got into ATP a little bit after Henman was on the downslope of his career, to be honest. So I was into Venus Williams and others, but Henman definitely wasn't on my radar when I was watching.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, we haven't had a whole lot of top Brits, have we? I mean,
no.
Murray's just been insane, especially when you look at, and there's been good players. I mean, for a while there wasn't really anyone apart from Murray doing anything in the men's game. You had James Ward, who was a Davis Cup god, and then would kind of qualify. You have a World Cup for Wimbledon every year.
He had to run to the semi-finals of Queens once as well, if you remember. James
Ward. I don't actually remember that. Gosh,
yeah,
that's impressive. He's a good bloke though. I like Wardy.
Yeah.
But I actually did go to Wimbledon in 2009 with my dad, and I was a very big Fernando Verdasco fan, and we were on court 1, and it was Verdasco v James Ward, and obviously the whole crowd was going ballistic for James Ward, and I was just cheering Verdasco on, because I mean I'd already been a big fan, and him and Rafa had played that Australian Open semi-final that year, and that's for me the best tennis match of all time, in my opinion.
It's the best Australian Open tennis match.
Yeah, I would agree.
Match,
so I've always, been a big fan.
I remember Verdasco being 2 sets up against Murray at Wimbledon as well.
That was the year that Murray won, wasn't it?
Yeah, was it 2013?
Yeah, he was very close to going out there.
Yeah.
Bit of a Houdini act to get out of that one. So, Peter, how long have you been a Murray fan?
Since 2005.
Wow.
Since he came on the scene.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's just a curly-headed Scottish lad.
Uh-huh. Do you remember his first match at Queens when he was cramping?
I don't remember that. Actually, I take that back. I would say 2006 when he beat Hewitt in San Jose. So, yeah.
Right. Yeah. Was that the year he beat Roddick at Wimbledon as well, I think?
Roddick at Wimbledon?
I think he beat Roddick at Wimbledon maybe that year.
That year, I don't remember that.
Okay.
It's been a while.
I remember him winning San Jose.
Apologies.
Good days. But saying that, it's kind of, as you say, we haven't had many players. So having what is it, 4 in the top 50? I mean, this is kind of unprecedented days really for British tennis.
Yeah, it's been a good year. I mean, Evans has kind of been almost nowhere, in the last year. And we beat Djokovic in Monte Carlo last year, which was one of the most bizarre results. But he played unbelievable. And then he's kind of been nowhere since then. And then I think it was Rogers Cup, Montreal. Evans just discovered his best tennis, and God, he was amazing. Like, it was so good. And he's such a fun player to watch, Evans. Like, he's got such a cool style. And then obviously Norrie's probably been one of the, I'd say, top 5 most consistent ATP players in the last, season and a half or so.
Yeah.
He's been amazing. He's kind of, I will discount the last couple of months because he's fallen off a bit, and I think he's quite exhausted from this season. But yeah,
and he had COVID too, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, which has been a big, kind of dampener on quite a few people's seasons. Kontaveit really struggled, didn't she, when she had it? Yeah, Medvedev still not looking great, and Tsitsipas is not someone you want to go a breakdown to on an in or hard court.
No.
He is a great server.
Yeah, he's looking in control at the moment for sure.
One of my favorite things about Tsitsipas' serving is that, have you ever noticed that whenever he gets a time violation, he always follows it up with an ace? Like, I can't remember the last time I saw him get a time violation and not hit an ace. Like, it's remarkable.
Wow. That's like the Dow always seems to win the point right after a win.
Yeah. And then he does like a massive cheer.
Owning the net there, Sitsi as well.
Yeah. I never thought I would see so much net play between these two, like in a matches. Yeah, I don't know if there's a way back from Medvedev in this set, but I still wouldn't count out his chances at all.
What does he need to do, do you think, to fight his way back?
Just like serve better, really. Like as I said when we started, I think the serve is really important, and he's missed a lot of first serve so far. And spraying errors, he just needs to tighten things up. There was periods of last year where it just looked like he was never going to miss a ball. And yeah, just try and be aggressive. Tsitsipas isn't someone you want to be particularly passive against. And see, this is and then see there's John Nero from Tsitsipas there.
Yeah, probably needs more of those extended rallies, perhaps as well.
Okay, here's the question. Then, do you reckon Medvedev wins the Slam next year?
Yes.
Interesting.
I don't know. I'm not going to sit on the fence. If you had to push me, I'd probably say no.
Mm-hmm. I would agree. What about you, Peter? Which one? Australian Open?
Either Australian or US Open.
Yeah.
Either or.
Yeah. I mean, Djokovic is allowed to play, isn't he?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if I fast forward, a year from now, and someone says to me, "Welcome to 2023. Djokovic won the Australian Open, Nadal won the French Open, Djokovic won Wimbledon, and Medvedev won the US Open," I'd be like, yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised in the slightest. I mean, that's the most predictable, set of Slam results.
Yeah.
And every year we get excited, like, oh, who's going to win Wimbledon next year? Who's going to win the French? I'm like, it's going to be Nadal and Djokovic again, until they retire. US Open is the best because we actually will get. Well, I mean, it won't be like a random winner. It'll still be like a top 5 player. Team Medvedev and Alcaraz aren't shock Slam winners, are they? But
no. It's always been a bit more unpredictable, hasn't it? Even in the big 3, big 4 heyday, it's always been a bit more unpredictable.
I've always found it's a bit of a bogey tournament for the big 3.
Yeah.
That's a great form.
Federer, I guess, when he won 5 in a row, but since then.
Yeah, that's just like, who does that? Like, that's ridiculous. Oof. Tsitsipas hits an unbelievable forehand and then follows it up with a wild one that goes quite far wide. I was talking about this earlier, actually. Speaking of Djokovic / Medvedev / Nadal / team, actually. Since 2018, so Djokovic's last shock loss at a Slam was probably Cecchinato 2018 French Open. Mm-hmm. Since then, he had the the retirement against Wawrinka, so it doesn't really count because he wasn't fit that day.
Yeah.
Got defaulted against Carreño Busta. There's only 3 people who've beaten him apart from that, and that's Nadal twice, Medvedev once, and Team once. No, twice. Team once. Sorry,
Team once in
French.
In the French, yeah, okay.
So, and that's like Djokovic, Nadal, Team Medvedev, for me, by far the best players in the men's game over that period of time.
Yeah. So he only loses to the best, and even in that 2018, I mean, that was just before he won Wimbledon, wasn't it? 2018. So he was that was at the end of his kind of barren 2-year spell. So it wasn't really it wasn't peak Djokovic, was it, that lost that?
Exactly, yeah, and he lost and at the Australian in 3 to Hyun Chung and.
Wow, yeah, Hyun Chung. What's happened to him?
I mean, he made his return in doubles in Seal, a month or 2 ago.
Yeah,
but I think he's got hurt again. I don't really know. I'm not sure if we'll ever see him back, to be honest.
Crikey,
that boy's body just doesn't want to work with him.
No, there was something about that kind of that tournament, 2018 Australian Open, both losing semi-finalists, completely kind of suffered so much of injury since.
Who was the other semi-finalist?
It's a good quiz question. Yeah, Peter, do you know?
Oh no, I know. Peter will know.
I think I know.
Yeah.
Is he British?
Yeah. That's why we remember.
Yeah. If he wasn't British, I'd be like, yeah.
Carl Edmund, yeah.
Carl Edmund, yeah.
So long ago.
God, it's been tough for him as well.
Yeah.
I think because he was doing, he did great to reach that semi, and he
did, yeah. Beat Dimitrov, didn't he, in the quarters, I think?
Yes.
That was a good match.
I was in Melbourne actually. I wasn't there for that one, but I was in Melbourne, so I watched that in Melbourne Park, and then watched Nadal Cilic in the evening on Rod Laver.
Oh, cool.
So that was a good day.
Yeah, that was a bizarre tournament, actually.
Yeah. Federer's last major.
God, that's weird to think about. Could have been 2019, eh?
Should have been 2019.
Should have been 2019, yeah. I mean, I was at a music festival that day. I was working on the bars, and so I had no reception. And then I went and checked my phone. I managed to get one bar when I was finished my shift. And I saw, because I'm a cricket fan as well, so I saw the England v New Zealand final result. Craziest game of cricket ever, which we should not have won. And then I saw the tennis news as well. And I was like, oh my God, what have I missed? And I was like, imagine that you were a New Zealand cricket fan who's also a big Federer fan on that day. I actually just don't think I'd ever watch sport again.
God.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Srihiri is a New Zealand cricket fan, but he's a Djokovic fan, so it was a 50-50 day for him.
I think even if you weren't a big Federer fan, if you wasn't a Djokovic fan, and everyone was gutted for Federer, I think, weren't they? I'm not a huge Federer fan. I mean, obviously respect him and like him, but I was gutted from that day.
Yeah, no, it's I mean, as a fan, I've suffered some very difficult losses with a lot of players, and so I know the feeling. But that is probably one which I'm not sure if I'll ever know feeling as harsh as that, because that's probably the most gutting loss you could possibly imagine.
Yeah, there's something just more gutting about having match points and then sort of letting it and then losing it.
Yeah. On your serve as well. It's yeah. Oh, shot Medvedev. Oh, it's a shame it's a 40 love. And not on Tsitsipas.
He sent a message though for the second set.
Yeah. Unless he can engineer a break here. I mean, he did it against Rublev a couple of days ago, so
yeah, it's not impossible.
I need to ask Srihiri how he keeps taking such immaculate screenshots of tennis TV.
It's like HD, isn't it? Ultra HD.
I know.
Yeah, better photos than what John was finding.
Yeah, sure. He's going to take over the YouTube channel if he's not careful.
Too many more nights off.
Yeah, Tsitsipas was 78% first serve points won.
Wow.
Quite telling, I would say. I mean, that really makes a lot of sense, and I just don't think Medvedev's made enough first serves for it to.
No.
Shouldn't give him any chance.
At 30 love now. What's the closest Medvedev's got on Tsitsipas' service? He got to 30 even?
I think he's got to 30 a couple of times. Oh, it was a good hustle, but he's just hitting them in the net. 3 set points. Well, I mean, I don't see Tsitsipas losing the set from here, but I mean, it's not a disastrous situation for Medvedev, I don't think.
No. Because he tightened up the serve, as you say.
Yeah. Great serve, Tsitsipas. Volley again. Oh. Now, see, 2021 Medvedev smokes that down the line, I think.
Or 2019 even, end of
2019. 2019, God, yeah. When he really rose up all year. It was immense.
Yeah. So that's the first set. Only half an hour, 6-3.
Yeah, gosh.
Pretty quick set.
Yep.
Very quick set. I mean, there wasn't a whole lot of extended points. It was very, very good serving from Tsitsipas. Came to the net a lot. It's a tactic which seems to be working against Medvedev. Medvedev recently. Maybe teams should have done it in Vienna. That would have helped. But yeah, it's reminiscent of Cincinnati, where Tsitsipas has just got his tactics absolutely spot on so far.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hide that banner for a bit.
Here he is.
What do you guys think of that set?
Go on, Peter.
From Stefanos.
What was that?
Pretty clean from Stefanos.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. I think Medvedev started to play better, but that break obviously pretty much was decisive and cost him. He was 40-30 up, sprayed too many errors, and Steph got the break. Positive for him would be Daniil was cruising on his own serve. Steph definitely had some 15-30, 30 all games. Obviously not the last one that was comfortable. So I think for Medvedev, he's serving first to begin the second set, so he should try not to get broken. I mean, that's definitely more in his hands, I would say. If you look at the winners on first errors, it's very close, pretty much the same for both players. I picked Medvedev to drop the first set. That's happened. Will he win? I would say probably yes. I still stick with that. I think he's going to win this. He's starting to play better for sure. It is, Tsitsipas is doing, an excellent job on his own serve and volley at the net. He's excellent too. Will he keep that up for prolonged period of time? We'll have to see. I mean, he might crack in 1 or 2 service games, and Medvedev should probably pounce there. He did drop a set, of course, in Cincinnati as well. So Medvedev has beaten Tsitsipas from a set down. It was more important for Tsitsipas to, take the first set. Second set's underway. So yeah, I'll probably catch you by the end of the set or the match, depending on the result.
Cool. Hopefully we get a third set.
Yeah.
For sure.
Let's start with hoping for a third set, and then we'll take it from there.
Ideal start from Medvedev. Unreturned first serve.
Oh, you're ahead of me now.
Oh, am I? Or should I pause it?
I'm just seeing highlights of Stefanos at the net at the moment.
Oh.
I don't know what's happened to mine. I think maybe it's, let me see.
Yeah, I'm at 30 love with him coming to the baseline.
Yep, sorry, I've caught up.
Oh,
Okay,
right,
cool.
I'll catch you now as well. There we go. Oh, goodness. I mean, even for Medvedev, that was an off-balance forehand. Christ.
Yeah, I've just seen that.
Okay, I'll
go ahead.
pause it for a
There
few
we go.
seconds.
Oh no, I've just gone ahead. Sorry,
Okay. Nice rally. Oh, that's a nice
Ooh.
backhand.
Lovely backhand on the rise.
Really nicely taken.
Yeah. Don't
Does a
often
bit
see
of
that anymore, sort of those kind of
no.
shots.
It's actually
Yeah.
probably one of my favorite shots. The jumping 200 backhand,
Yeah.
like Marat Safin.
Marat Safin, he used to like
Yeah.
that.
So Diego did a couple in Rome this year against Kate Manovic, and they were so nice.
Oh.
And like he like it was from the back of the court as well, and like right into the other backhand corner. It was so good.
And
Lovely.
Diego throws his whole little body into it.
His whole 5'6", 5'7" body into those backhands, and it's glorious. Peter, we haven't discussed, Diego winning the French Open next year, which is definitely going to happen, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Yes. No jinx. It's going to happen.
Yeah. No, I'm just predicting the future. It's fine.
Semi-finalist, isn't he? 2-time or 101 semi-finalist?
Once, and then like 4 other quarterfinals or 3 other quarterfinals, and then 2 US Open quarterfinals.
Yeah.
What's mad about the US Open is he could be a 4-time US Open quarterfinalist. Because if he actually, no, I don't even. He should have won the first set against Tiervo this year, but I don't think he would have won the rest of the match. I don't know.
Right.
But last year, yeah, he didn't really turn up against Van der Zandschulp.
Oh. He always plays amazing against he plays Rafa at the French. He always plays amazing in the first couple of sets, doesn't he?
No, I was actually watching highlights of their 2018 one last night, and that first set, they show that the highlights, and I'm like, I actually think this is one of the best sets I've seen played against Rafa at the French. Like,
Yeah.
he was destroying the ball. Who has the best defense? Defense for those on the ATP
Best
tour.
defense.
Djokovic.
Djokovic.
Novak for sure. Yeah.
Peak Andy Murray second.
Yeah, like I was going to say, like if you asked me in 2016, I would have said it's actually a tie between Djokovic and Murray right now. But Murray was just a different animal back then. But
Medvedev has good defense as well.
Medvedev's a very good defender. Zverev's a good defender. But Zverev's just got a cheat code because he's got like the longest arms in the world, and you can literally just reach from the other side of the court and just like pop a ball back. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. So if Zverev comes back and he gets back to full fitness, is he winning a slam next year?
No.
I don't think he is either. I really don't. I'm not sure he'll ever win one.
Well, yeah. And yet, would you have said that? Do you think the moment he got injured, or just before he got injured at the French, would you have said that?
No, I've said it for a while. And to be fair, I think the French Open was probably where he's played his best tennis at a slam. And I know Zverev fans like to think that he had Nadal on the ropes, and yeah, like he kind of did in the first set. But if Nadal wins that second set tiebreak, no one is saying that Zverev had Nadal on the ropes, because Nadal was winning that match from there on. There was already over 3 hours in, and yeah, I just don't know. I think it's weird with Zverev because I always thought he'd be a good hardcourt player and probably turn out good on the grass, but I never saw him being a particularly good clay court player. And now I think he's like, maybe French Open's probably where he's played his best tennis, I think, this year. So
yeah,
I'm not sure, like his win against Alcaraz, like he was really good that day. Like can't take that away from him. He was very good that day. But I just don't know what slam he wins. Like, he's not beating Novak in Australia. Obviously, he won't next year because he's not going to be fit by then, and like enough. Yeah, I don't know. And like his serve is great, but like I don't know if he went through a very good purple patch of like quite a few months in a row of serving really, really well. But we have seen the frailties on serve so much in his career, and I'm not sure I see him serving, like godlike consistently for years. I just don't think I'm not sure if he's got it in him.
But I guess with that serve, that's kind of all he doesn't. All he needs to do is compete for 7 matches, isn't he? With that serve, even when he's kind of not, say, one of the main contenders, I still think there's a kind of good chance that he may just come through and win one.
He's definitely got the skill and the potential. I'm having a hard time thinking about what slam he could win.
Yeah.
And he's one of those players who really kind of benefited from team's absence. And if team does get back to his best, that's
Yeah.
he's beaten one top 10 player in a slam in his whole career, and this is and people say he's young, like he's 26 next year. He's been around on the tour quite high up since he was 18. We're not talking about a new player here. He's beaten one top 10 player at Grand Slam in his life, and that's Alcaraz this year. So who didn't turn up that day? So until he can beat a top player who's playing well again, he's done it once against Alcaraz, who didn't play very well, but if he can beat a couple more top 10 players at a slam, then maybe I'll think he can. A friend of mine from work thinks he's going to win Wimbledon, or thought he was going to win Wimbledon this year, and then he obviously got injured. But we'll see. Like if he was aggressive minded, like on the court, he would have a very good chance at Wimbledon. He's got the serve and the height for sure. But I mean, Djokovic has just nailed grass court tennis, really. So
yeah, Djokovic is winning it for the next kind of
5 years.
Yeah,
yeah, it's going to be. I think he'll probably overtake Federer's record as well, and I don't think that's going to go down very well with a lot of people because Djokovic fans are undoubtedly going to call him the best grass court player of all time as well, and I know that Federer fans are never going to accept that. So,
oh, so insane.
For me, Tsitsipas' recent performances against Djokovic and Medvedev bode better for his 2023 league. Yes,
right, yeah,
it's a very good point, Owen. I agree. Because while it is one thing to win lots of 500s or 250s or whatever and play well against everyone you should beat, performing against people who historically have beaten you up on the court is a much more promising factor, I'd say.
Absolutely, that's where the slams are won, aren't they, against the big rivals at the business end of them.
Yeah.
Serve a volley from Stefanos.
Yeah.
Oh.
See, and again, the stretch, he just looks so comfortable at the net, and like Medvedev
does so well there, didn't he?
It's insane.
Fantastic. I think there was a post put up a moment ago about you can choose one player. Was that outside the top 50 to win a slam next year? Who would you go for and where? Three went for Gasquet at Roland Garros.
Oh, I love that.
For me,
outside the top 50. Well, I could just say Dominic Thiem, couldn't I? Because he's outside the top 50, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably would go Thiem actually.
Okay.
Outside the top 50, I don't think anyone else bar him would actually have any chance there. And I think Thiem's better on fast surfaces at the moment, but I hope he is a contender at the French for sure. What about you guys?
Jack Draper at Wimbledon.
Jack Draper.
Yeah, I like that call.
Yeah, Gael Monfils must be outside the top 50 now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go Gael Monfils at Roland Garros. That would be great.
That would be, God, that would be amazing. That would be absolutely unreal.
Holding his baby as well. Him and Selena's baby.
Yeah, and then when he said earlier this year, he was like, I just want to win one. I was like, oh, I would love you to win one, mate, honestly.
Oh.
He's such a sweetheart.
He's so, that semi-final he played against Djokovic, though, at the US Open, it was 2016. And he just he did not show up at all. It was
a terrible
match.
It
was a horrible watch.
It was 4 sets, wasn't it? And it was dreadful tennis.
Yeah. He won a set, did he, in that match?
He did, yeah. It was like a 6-3 set, I think. I can't remember. It was a bizarre match. It was really hot as well, I think, which didn't help.
Yeah.
Like, unbearably hot.
Yeah, he didn't play.
Medvedev's getting a bit of attitude now. Long on the forehand. So Thiem, Monfils, Draper. Okay, I like it. Draper winning Wimbledon would be awesome.
Yeah. That would be great. Oh, it was people who had never won a slam, I think. Because teams won one.
Oh, sorry, I missed that criteria.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Never won a slam. And also, okay. Ooh, that's tough. You guys can keep your picks.
Oh, you have to go through the rankings.
Yeah, do you know what? I might have
Yeah,
a quick peek. I've got someone in mind, but I kind of want to be realistic with it rather than just saying something ridiculous. Oh, you're close. By the way, Monfils is 52 in the world.
Okay. Where's Draper?
Actually, Draper's top. Yeah, Draper's 43. So Peter, you've got to change your answer as well.
Yeah, he is in the top 50 now, isn't he?
These
to go
darn
through the
Brits all
rankings
so
too
good.
now.
It's a great backhand from Steph, by the way.
Backhand. Another question. That wasn't the question, but if you could pick a player, even if they won a slam, but if you could pick a player to win a particular slam, I think I would go Stan to win Wimbledon.
Yeah, to finally complete the
How good would that be?
career slam. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not so much.
I'd rather have Andy winning the Australian Open.
Yeah, and I know Stan's a bit of a dodgy guy, but
he's fun.
And the Australian, yeah.
Oh, there's some fun options, and I can't look outside the top 100 really because that's just.
Who were you thinking of, Jethro?
That
was unrealistic.
I don't know. I just thought Stricker, US Open. Don't know why,
Okay.
but I think that's just ridiculous because like he's too young. But JJ Wolf, US Open, I would love, but that's again too early to say.
Karatsev is 59.
I see. Karatsev popped into my mind, but he has not been impressive for a while.
No.
Ooh, this is hard now.
It's tough.
Green at 86 for Roland.
Saw Green, thought maybe French, but I don't know. He's had a drastic drop. Wimbledon points really screwing him over.
Who's that?
Christian Garin or Garin.
Oh, Garin.
Yeah. A time thief. I guess that means he's taking time away from Medvedev. I suppose that's what that means.
Right.
Rather than using the shot clock.
Well, time thief. He was a time thief during Toilet Gate, wasn't he, with Andy Murray?
Yeah, yeah. Also, Murray is exactly 50. So, I mean, if you want to bet, he's already won a slam, actually. Only 3, so can't choose him.
He's moved down a bit, hasn't he?
Do you know what? This is actually really difficult. I can't. I'm going to have to look outside the top 100.
That's still outside the top 50, isn't it? I guess that counts.
Yeah. Like, none of you lot are winning a slam. Ooh. Okay. Not going to happen, but gosh, would I love to see it. Tim van Rijthoven to win Wimbledon.
Yeah, I can see it.
That's my pick. Other pick could be Ben Shelton to win the US, but Tim van Rijthoven.
I saw Ben. Yeah.
Why not? He good run at Wimbledon, didn't he? Good run on the grass this
Fourth
year.
round, yeah. Took Djokovic to 4.
Yeah.
Played brilliantly, actually. Fernando Verdasco, Australian Open. God, that would be magic. At 39 years old, finally gets his revenge.
How old is he now?
39.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mad. Oh, you know what? Hang on. How old is he? Okay, no, he just turned 39. I thought he'd been 39 for a while, but yeah, he's just turned 39. So yeah, okay, I'll stick with Van Rijthoven Wimbledon. That would be cool. He's a cool player as well.
Nice. Yeah, got a few good ones there. If that was the kind of, so you got Gasquet, Monfils, Draper, and Van Rijthoven. They're the 4 slam winners next year.
That'd be awesome. So, wait, Draper, Monfils, Van Rijthoven, and Gasquet. So who wins what then? Because we've got 2 people winning Wimbledon, haven't we? And 2 people winning the French.
Oh, Draper was Wimbledon as well, yeah. Well, Van Rijthoven's not going to win anything other than Wimbledon, is he?
Yeah.
Maybe Draper the US Open?
Yeah, he's fine, of course.
Yeah.
We can have Draper US. We can have Monfils Australia. Or Gasquet. Yeah, I mean, I would rather have Monfils win the French for sure.
Yeah. The Gasquet in Australia. But Gasquet was also snubbed by
Medvedev's pose right now while he's complaining is so sassy.
And on his hips.
Yeah, it's just like...
Oh.
Jesus. Yeah, he's just not getting a hold on any of these returns, is he?
No.
Yeah, he was John. He was snubbed by Madrid. Just like all the last Italian tournaments of the year, Florence and Naples both rejected Seppi to play because they thought it was a waste to give it to a retiring player.
Oh.
Which is a disgrace, and I'm still pissed off about it.
Where's the sentiment?
It's ridiculous. And like Seppi's a legend, man. Oh, Medvedev gets lucky with the net cord.
Yeah.
One of Tsitsipas's rare unsuccessful artists, isn't it?
Seppi's like the only player ever to defeated Federer in the first week of the Australian Open. Federer's like 9-1 in the Australian Open first week.
Wow, okay. That does ring a bell because I think me and John did a look back at Federer's Australian Open a couple of months ago. But yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, that's crept over. Oh, that's such a funny picture. I hope that...
What happened there? Was it a net cord?
Yeah, it like just bobbled over the net.
Oh, wow.
That's hilarious. I need to screenshot that.
That's not going to do Medvedev's mood any good.
Sure, you keep that picture up. I want to take a photo of that. That's so funny. Oh no, where's the flash on? Right, 15 love. 30 love.
Whereabouts are you in the States, Peter?
Texas.
Texas. Oh, cool. What's the time over there?
It's 3:18 right now. Where are you at?
3:18. Oh, UK, close to London.
Oh, okay, cool.
Fairly close. A bit closer to Leicester, in between Leicester and London.
What's you? Are you near the Midlands?
Yeah.
Nice.
Place called Market Harborough. It's
Cool.
about an hour from London on the train.
Nice.
How about you, Jeffrey?
I'm sorry, and I'm also about an hour from London. So that's
Where
always
is
just near Guildford.
yeah.
I'm moving to London soon, though.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully soon.
I've just sort of moved away from London, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You been to London, Peter?
No, I have not been outside of the States, but I will soon. I hope I'm going to Wimbledon next year.
Yeah.
Nice. We all hope we're going, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
with
all the ticket situation and everything, I hope I get to go, and it'll be good.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun next year.
Yeah.
Met the infamous Pavi G at Wimbledon this year.
You met?
I met Pavi G at Wimbledon this year.
Pavi G.
Oh, he doesn't even know him. Oh, yes.
Who's that?
Oh, he's just some bloke on Twitter.
Oh.
Nutcase.
Should I follow him?
No.
No,
He
okay.
doesn't need the follows.
No, he does not need the followers. His ego's already too high.
So I
But he
think
was really nice in person. Like I met a bunch of Djokovic fans, and they were super nice.
Oh.
I think John just asked, how did I end up being a Murray fan? It's a very good question. And don't want to plug my podcast, Murray Musings, but I believe I say it in the first episode and quite a few others of watching San Jose in 2006. And when he beat Hewitt for the final, for the trophy, right afterwards, he went and kissed Kim. And it was just wholesome and sweet. And it was just like the kind of guy that I was like, I can root for this guy. This lanky, funny-haired guy that's just wholesome and really good talent. So, yeah, I saw his potential.
Yeah, God.
Yeah.
Just like mental to imagine what Murray could have done in a different era or this era without the big three.
Yep.
Yeah.
Crazy. And like we kind of saw that in 2016, really.
Yeah, even if he hadn't have got that injury, then he could have had a couple of years, couldn't he, of dominating, perhaps?
Because like 2017, Novak was rubbish. And Federer and Nadal were both rejuvenated and playing great again. So that would have been quite fun. But yeah, just that injury came at the worst time for him. It's such a shame.
Yeah. John said, how's Steph's backhand holding up this evening?
Pretty good. He hasn't broken down at all yet.
No.
I mean, he hasn't really been tested on it too much, really. Oh, it's a lovely forehand from Steph.
Oh, look at the volley as well. That's great touch.
And like when he plays like this, he looks really tough to beat. Tsitsipas. He's just clinical on the forehand, good approach shots, and really, really good at the net.
Yeah.
Surprised you didn't make it to Fort Worth, Peter. Yeah, Peter, come on, man.
Yeah, I should have gone. I had other things.
Oh,
great forehand.
Again. That was Federer-esque, wasn't it?
Yeah. He's hit his forehand amazingly today, actually, overall. Tsitsipas.
Yeah.
140 kilometers per hour winner speed. Either of you two maths geniuses, can you convert that to miles per hour?
No. I can't. Well, what was that? What was the number, sorry?
148.
Google.
Is it
Google
just like, what, 20 less?
No, maybe more. It would be around 95, I'm going to guess. Yeah, 95, 96, I'm saying.
Bear with me.
Oh.
92.
92. Oh. Well, another very comfortable hold for. Oh my goodness.
Stefanos is looking very impressive.
He is, and his level just hasn't dropped at all.
No. He's looking like a contender for this title, actually, isn't he? I would say.
He is.
Despite that loss to Djokovic, which was close anyway.
Yeah, and I mean, if he. Yeah, I mean, this thing, it's only Wednesday. Like, it's still pretty early.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh.
Absolutely battering the ball there.
Christ.
Forehand down the line was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, he whacked that.
Yeah.
Is Medvedev's movement all right? Like, he's not really defending as well as normal.
Sloppy ground stroke.
Yeah.
His forehand is not great. Not great at all.
No.
Serve getting him out of danger so far.
Yeah. Let's hope we get a tie. I'm hoping for a tie break in this set.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just hoping to see a match that sort of goes through to the very end. The only one I've commentated on so far was the premature end to the Alcaraz Runa game.
Yes, we did that one together, didn't we?
We did that, didn't we? Yeah, that was a shame. So
Yeah, we had. I did Djokovic Rublev earlier, and that was that was over very quickly. That's a lovely forehand from Medvedev.
Yeah, great angle.
Yeah, and that's one of the things he does well is creating these angles and working with angles he's given. So it's just, I mean, it's interesting. I mean, obviously we mentioned earlier the Djokovic Medvedev match in Astana. That match and Medvedev's title run in Vienna. I was like, I think Medvedev's back. Maybe back to his best now, or getting there. He was very close to beating Djokovic, and he should have really. And he's just, he's been awful at the net today.
Yeah.
No control on that backhand volley at all.
I wonder if the sort of time that he kind of took out a little bit as well when he wasn't allowed to play Wimbledon, whether that had a bit of an adverse effect this year as well.
Definitely, I think there's been I think it's been physical and mental. I think, mental with that crushing loss to Rafa. The Australian Open would have been really, really tough to deal with. His press conference was pretty depressing. And the war, and then because of the war being banned from Wimbledon, there's a lot of stuff that's gone on with him.
Oh,
was a good chance for Steph there, but
that was a massive point. He could have had a break point to serve for it. Wow.
And now
he's hanging in there, ready.
Yeah. If Medvedev holds here, then I'm interested to see how Tsitsipas hold his nerve, serving to stay in it.
Yeah.
He's been unflappable so far.
Yeah, but it's always a mindset shift, isn't it, when it's, as you say, serving to stay in it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's what we saw with Rublev earlier. He went 40-30 up at 4-5 down, and another netted forehand, and he holds. So Medvedev is safe for now.
Yeah. So saying Sri said Medvedev's been quite repetitive, easy to read.
Yeah. And in terms of Medvedev's net play, he's just not been very good there. He started okay, but
have we got some stats for the net points won?
No, but I would love some because I feel like there'll be a very big difference between them.
Where's Ghost tonight as well? Ghost is normally good for a stat.
No, or just any kind of rambling for that matter. Well, I do hope this match goes on and Medvedev picks his level up.
Yeah, it'd be nice if we could. I guess it'd be nice if we could get a break here. We get a third set.
Yeah, and one of my regrets actually is not going to the ATP finals when it was in London.
Oh, you didn't get. Yeah, you said you didn't get to go.
No, we got to go. No, which is a real shame. Especially 2019 to see Team. God, that would have been, and 2020, that would have been amazing.
Been good.
Huh?
Sorry, Peter.
Oh, that would have been good.
Yeah. Well, 2020 was the COVID year, wasn't it? The last year it was in London.
Yeah.
So couldn't go. Yeah. No, it was amazing. I went a couple of times. It was really good. Obviously, completely different vibe to going to Wimbledon. Just really fun.
Yeah.
Just feels like a kind of really big event when you're there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks really good.
Yeah.
Like a really fun atmosphere, and
Yeah, exactly. A different kind of tennis fan. I think it attracts compared to what it attracted compared to Wimbledon as well.
Yeah, honestly, well, like Wimbledon as well, you could get anyone there, whether they're a tennis fan or not. Especially like a Saturday.
Yeah,
like with Saturday this year, you had Kyrgios v Tsitsipas on court 1. And the amount of people there who I don't think were even tennis fans, they were just going mental for the absolute shenanigans that were going on. Because it was like a Saturday afternoon, like everyone in the crowd was getting pissed, just watching this like bonkers match. Yeah, you get a lot of casual people winning, which is fun because you want the sport to be open and like growing.
Yeah, definitely.
Another very comfortable hole this is looking like.
God, yeah. Not feeling the pressure yet at all.
He's just really, and there's another wild backhand. He's just not made any inroads on the return at all.
No.
Which is kind of what we usually say for Tsitsipas.
Yeah, pretty poor.
Yeah, I think for as good as Tsitsipas has been, I think Medvedev's returns have almost been just as bad as Tsitsipas has been good, right?
Yeah, totally. Maybe Shirahiri was right. Not his day. But as long as Medvedev has his serve, ticking along, he's always going to give himself a chance.
Yeah.
John's never been to the ATP finals either. Sad times, John.
John's never been. Well, hopefully Talking Tennis will be there next year, courtside.
Yes, John with his microphone, just like reporting after the first set. I'd love to see that.
He's a bit of a big time Charlie all over the slams. He's
great shot from Medvedev there.
There you go. As John also said, Jamie, how many times have you seen Fed Nadal? 3 times. I've seen Federer and Nadal 4 times.
Wow.
I just had a period of pretty insane luck with the matches I was going to. So the 07 and 08 finals of Wimbledon.
Whoa, nice.
Which is obviously great. Yeah, the best match of all time, probably in 2008.
Yeah.
And then the 2 semi-finals, one with John, 2019 Wimbledon, and the 2019 French as well, when it was really windy.
Yeah, I remember that. That was was that semi-final, wasn't it?
Semi-final, yeah.
Yeah, and Team beat Djokovic in the wind.
He did, yeah.
Djokovic was complaining about the wind a lot.
Yeah. Me and John
didn't matter for Team though, because he's just a legend. And that was good. I mean, because since Nadal and Federer had both come back to tour and started playing really, really well again, they met on hard courts and Federer was just bossing him around. They finally played on clay. And it was the same result as it always really was.
Although it was a shame, I think, that it was so windy, because it might have been a bit closer.
Yeah.
Potentially.
We'll definitely. John getting his post-match interview courtside interview with the players. Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, the new Jim Courier.
Yeah. I could just see John just walking on court and just being like, "Hey, Stefanos, how do you think that first set went?" And be like, It would be because obviously they do that in other sports, at half time, or like in cricket, like in between innings and stuff. Like, could you imagine if they did that after the first set in tennis? Like, it would be so weird. Like,
yeah. When the players are sort of sick, if they have a toilet break and a quick interview before they come back.
Yeah, just come out of the toilet and just like, "Oh, what were you in there for, mate?" "Oh, I was just giving myself a pep talk, quick piss." That was it.
John said it would be Pam Shriver and him. Pam joining Talking Tennis would be the biggest transfer coup since Raul Betis broke the world record fee in 1998. No idea where the money came from. Getting Pam Shriver would be a. He's actually had one before.
John and his obscure football references on a tennis show.
You're referring to Daniilson, aren't you, John? I think it was the old Daniilson that they bought. Showing my age there.
Oh, Tsitsipas. Oh, wow. I was going to say, Tsitsipas did really well with that ball because it fizzed off the net.
That half volley was insane, wasn't it?
That was class.
Caressed it. Fair play to Med.
And then, but I mean, yeah, I think this match so far is fully confirmed what I said about Tsitsipas being the best player from this young generation at the net, for sure.
Yeah.
And now he's missed 2 in a row. Here we go. Schreier is going to really thank me for this jinx. He's going to love me now.
Easily the worst volley he's hit all day.
As I'm in the middle of saying it as well. Jesus. Tsitsipas is the worst volley of this generation.
Well, he's got a chance here, Medvedev. 2 points away. And a second serve.
So I think this is the first time he's had 15-30.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Can he make it count? Oh, that's and there comes a sarcastic thumbs up. Oh, I love it. That was a really, really awful return, actually. Christ.
God, you wait for, over an hour for an advantage on serve and you do that. Return of serve. So.
Puts another one wide.
Really bad.
Not good. I would always love to know what he's saying when he's like gesturing for his box because it just looks like gibberish. Like, he's just trying to absolutely demolish that return. I don't know why. Yeah, there we go.
There you go. That was a half chance of Medvedev.
That was, and it wasn't even a particular. Tsitsipas didn't even come to the net, and it wasn't that aggressive second serve, and he's just trying to caress it over him.
That's a great picture we've got there. Medvedev's thumbs up.
Very good. It's actually when team played Medvedev in Vienna, he started doing sarcastic thumbs up, which is very unlike him, and it was really funny. And then the only 2 people who really do it consistently are Medvedev and Djokovic.
That was
we got a Tsitsipas shank on the backhand. I'm surprised we haven't had more. We usually get about 10 a match.
And it's not a good time to do it right at the start of the tie break.
That's probably picked his worst moment, actually, to do it. Well, we'll see.
Couple of small signs, maybe, though, that Tsitsipas's level might be dropping a tiny bit. What do you think?
Yeah, there's missed volleys, for sure. I mean, like, he's played amazingly so far.
Yes.
Just kept that forward in. Oh, wow.
I didn't think that was going to be in.
Wow.
He's caught the line both forehands there. It's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, into the corner. And then, I mean, that's just such good tennis. Like, I mean, as you said earlier, like, that's really Federer-esque with the forehand and the way he's just leading with it.
Yeah.
Makes another first serve. Medvedev finally gets a return in.
Deep backhand. It's a pass with a forehand. Forehand to forehand.
Oh, this is a nice one. Always come. Oh, here we go. First blood Medvedev.
Wow.
Okay.
Interesting choice of shot there.
He looked like he ran out of ideas, which hasn't happened yet.
No.
But then again, that's the thing. Like, I mean, that's just clipped the top of the net and gone on his side. Oh. Oh, that's a good shot as well.
Will we have that picture?
Oh, Shahiri, you got to get that on. Especially if Medvedev wins this set. Getting to another rally. It was good stuff for Medvedev.
Yeah.
Backhand to backhand, now onto the forehand.
Backhand to backhand again.
This is a nice exchange. Oh, Tsitsipas has a forehand to unload on. Another nice backhand.
Oh, this feels like it might be the longest rally of the match.
They're really hitting the ball hard as well.
Oh, he's gone for the...
Oh,
drop.
brilliant.
Wow.
What a point.
What an end.
Medvedev's looking a lot better now since the tiebreak started.
There you go, yeah.
And do you know as well, he made both returns on the serve as well. He's missed a ridiculous amount of returns in the whole match. And then as soon as the tiebreak starts, makes 2.
Yeah. Has he got his eye in now?
That's class. He's really getting the crowd involved as well. 25 shot rally and a good serve.
There you go, 4-1.
Advantage Medvedev.
Big lead in the tie-break. John had Pecci on apparently. We'll hear it in December. Oh, you kept that one quiet, John.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
No.
Nice.
I like Pecci.
I do like Petch, although there was one tweet he sent out earlier this year that was like, "Isn't Nick Kyrgios the best competitor on tour right now?" And I was like, Petch,
wow.
I love you, mate, but that is the worst take I've ever heard. Like, come on, bro.
That's very reactionary as well.
Yeah, it's proper recency bias. Kyrgios always gets recency bias from everyone, to be fair. Peter, yeah, question for you after the tiebreak is, who's the best interviewee you had on Murray Musings?
It's definitely a tie between Judy Murray and Blair Henley. Very easy conversations.
Yeah, Judy, wow.
Anecdotes, especially with Judy and her stories about Jamie and Andy. So
that must have been amazing.
Yeah.
I met her at Wimbledon as well. She's lovely.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet she is.
She's so nice, man.
Oh. Most famous tennis mum, probably.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so. Also, Shrihari, please get us a screen cap of Tsitsipas's face he pulled after he missed that drop shot. Gosh, that was really funny. Oh, that's a great serve.
He is sweating. Ooh.
That's kept a minute.
Yeah.
Gone for a challenge. Yeah, it's comfortable. Ooh.
Oh,
yeah, miles in.
Well in.
That's a shocking challenge. I'm probably just trying to play for time, I guess.
Time thief. Is that it again?
Time thief, yeah. But that's the thing with tiebreaks. Like, you can have like a 3-point lead and it looks really like convincing, but then you hold both your... Oh, now.
There you go. That's it. 4-1 to 4-4.
Exactly. You know, your opponent holds both their service points, and then you're only 1 point ahead, and 1 point can change it.
Yeah.
And that's what we saw against Rublev, you know, the other day when he went 6-3 up in both tie breaks. And then Medvedev clawed it back to 6-all. Good serve. Goes down the line, and he's pushed his forehand long.
Pushed it again.
Oh, dear.
Oh, wow.
Sloppy.
Now it's advanced.
4 straight points now for Tsitsipas, and it's just turned. 2
points on his serve to win it now. Tsitsipas.
And he knows the way he's gesturing that his forehand is not good.
No.
It's been really poor today. Oh, it's a ridiculous, and it's such a... Oh, I thought that was in. I'd challenge that if I was the he is. I thought that was in.
It's challenging. I think it's out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. My eyesight's not very good, even with glasses on. So second serve. Here we go.
Chance for Medi, maybe.
Medvedev came charging in a bit.
Oh,
no, Tsitsipas makes a terrible error. Oh, this tiebreak's fun. This is very fun.
Both players feeding the nerves, I think.
I don't know if fun is the word for it from me.
Yeah.
Nerve wracking.
Wait, do you have someone you want to win, Peter? Because I'm pretty neutral there.
It's a very good question. I have a lot more Medvedev fan friends, so I'd rather root for him.
Yeah.
But I mean, I kind of want Stefanos to take charge of his head-to-head and get a little bit more oomph. And
well, that was absolute clutch from Tsitsipas.
Yeah.
It's out wide, great volley.
Yeah.
And it's match point. Okay.
Match point on the Medvedev serve. He was
Now,
4-1
what does
up in this
Medvedev do
tiebreak.
here? He's 4-1 up. Now it's Oof, let. What does Medvedev do? Does he sit back and wait for Tsitsipas to make an error? Does he take the aggression?
he needs to be aggressive.
He needs to. Yeah.
He does.
Oh, and he's missed his first serve as well.
And he's tried to beat us when the errors have flowed.
Yeah. Good second serve though.
Yeah.
He's hitting his forehand pretty solidly. Oof.
Oh, targeting the backhand
Yeah.
there.
So he just went flat and hard at the backhand. I'm surprised he hasn't done that more. You know, he's kind of hit into Tsitsipas's, sweet spots quite a lot.
That's 6-all.
This is one of the craziest things about tiebreaks as well, is that you could be like 5-6 down, but then you serve and you hit an ace or you win the point or whatever, and then you go on to win the tiebreak and win the match. But the headlines will still say that you saved match point or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's just such fine margins. It's insane.
It's so fun at this stage as well, but it's like, it's either going to be match point or set point.
Yeah.
Great stage of the time.
I mean, it's not great when you're rooting, when you've got your favorite player playing. I think Strury's probably losing his mind backstage right now. But when it's your favorite player, I'm a nervous wreck when it happens to me. God.
Yeah.
Especially Team Hurkacz. Oh, nice serve from Medvedev.
Yeah, that's a set point, really.
Yeah, like Team Hurkacz in God, where was it? Antwerp or whatever it was this year. God, that was tight. Insane win that. Here we go. So it's a set point for Medvedev on the Stefanos serve.
Yeah. He's going to want a second serve here for sure.
Yeah. Tsitsipas served insanely well.
Yeah, he's got one.
Misses his first serve. Here we go.
What does he do? Does he? Yeah.
I think Tsitsipas serves and volleys here.
Oh,
he doesn't. Okay.
we're into a rally now.
And the rally. Here we go.
Come on, Medi.
Yeah, we won a third set.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just gone over the net. Medvedev down the line forehand.
Oh, backhand. Oh!
Oh, and he's now as a routine backhand as well. I would never expect him to miss that.
Dumped it into the net. Kind of the story of the match, really, for Medvedev.
Yeah. He played a good point as well. It was turning out really nicely for both of them, but
yeah.
good serve from Tsitsipas. Another good return from Medvedev.
Oh.
Tsitsipas attacking with the forehand. Good
the
defensive. And Tsitsipas has got the smash. And it's
smash.
Match point number 2.
That was really good.
We need to get both players into double digits in terms of score and the tie break. Yeah, we can't let it end just yet.
Yeah, nice classic tie break. That was really smart play from Tsitsipas there.
He played that perfectly. And Medvedev did really well to get that as high as he did. But
yeah,
just really well played. How clutch can Tsitsipas be? He doesn't have a great record on that department. He can be really clutch. Oh, here we go. Net sets Medvedev in the net. Oh, great volleys. Oh, and Medvedev plays his best net point of the entire match. on match point.
This is a good tiebreaker.
This is an amazing
Yeah,
tiebreak.
very good
God.
tiebreak. Could do a bit
His
of
wife
sound
looks
now
like
so
she's
you can
having a
hear the
nervous
crowd.
breakdown. I mean, that was amazing. Two amazing volleys there.
Yeah. Does
Like,
Medvedev need
Tsitsipas
to do-
nailed the ball. Oh, and then a stunning serve, and he's got another set point.
got another set point? Does Medvedev need to do that more maybe today? Attack the net.
I don't know. Like, he was doing it a bit in the match, but then he was missing every shot he got on that. So, but then he's just done well there. So, here we go. Okay, I will say I think Tsitsipas is going to serve and volley here though, unless he misses his first serve, of course. Yeah, serves and volleys, great serve. Medvedev. Oh, and he had the line just, but he's. I mean, that would have been a ridiculous shot to make, to be honest.
Okay, so entering classic tie-break territory now.
This is really good. And I'll tell you what, if Medvedev does end up winning it, the reaction is going to be incredible.
Yeah. Third changeover of the tiebreak.
God, how nerve-wracking these tiebreaks must be. I don't know how they do it. Like,
no. God,
I'd literally be shaking. Like,
yeah, I'd have to be doing underarm serves. I'd be too nervous.
Gosh. I mean, they've both been insanely clutch. I mean, Medvedev had the 4-1 lead, and that was bad. And then Tsitsipas lost his mini break, but since then they've both been so clutch. I want a third set as well because I want to make another cup of tea and watch the third set with my tea.
Yeah, I think we all want a third set.
Yeah, well, all right. Tsitsipas goes long on the first serve. Here we go. Second serve. Oh, he's dripping with sweat. Oh, I mean, that's a ridiculous forehand for Tsitsipas. Like, I mean, what do you do with Medvedev with that ball? Like,
such a great angle he created there. Oh,
I mean, that ball, and it barely got off the ground as well.
Yeah, that's brilliant. It's brought up another match point.
I mean, that's just so good. Yeah, match point number 3. Okay. Right, we've got one person in double digits. We need another. Great serve. Oh, what a forehand from Medvedev. And I mean, it's unbelievable defense from Tsitsipas. How's he still in this point? No way has he got that back.
Yes, he has.
No way.
Oh! Wow.
And Medvedev brings the crowd to their feet. What a point. Tsitsipas' defense is insane there.
Wow.
That was unbelievable.
That was fantastic.
I think that's point of the match, even though there might have been better strategic points. I mean, that was
easily point of the match, I think.
Yeah. Crikey.
Yeah. How did Tsitsipas get that?
I don't know how he got those back. And that's great serve, Medvedev. And it's long, and we have another set point. Oh my goodness me.
Wow.
This is probably my favorite tiebreak of the year, to be honest.
Wow. It's tense. You can feel the tension in the talking tennis. Jeez,
yeah, no, you know when everyone's not talking is when they're just like, oh my god. Serve and volley, I'm calling it.
Yeah, it really comes
Does
again.
it? Yeah.
And there it
goes.
With aplomb. Now, this is great because it's both players are playing at a very high level now. It's such an important stage.
And this is when their rivalry is so good to watch, when they're both playing like this.
Yeah.
Oh, not as good a first serve there from Tsitsipas. Kind of just sat up, really, and we're into a neutral rally now. You got to think if Tsitsipas makes an error here, that's the set over.
Yeah. Got the ball on his
really. Oh, great forehand, Medvedev.
He's hit back into the middle of the
Oh, and
net.
he doesn't come in. Oh,
He's done a
done another jumping backhand. And we're still going.
weird
Oh,
slice.
I don't know what Tsitsipas
What
was
was
thinking
that?
there.
Strange shot selection.
I think he gave up on the rally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was a massive cop out.
Wow.
Great defense from Medvedev and offense as well, actually. 27. I think that's the longest rally.
I think it is. I think the previous was 25.
Yeah.
So now we've got a set point on the Medvedev serve. He's going to get it right, guys.
I think so. Although, who knows? This I won't be surprised if he doesn't. Misses the first serve. If he double faults here,
He's not going to double fault.
I want to see Shreya's reaction if he does. Oof, nearly did. Good shot.
He's into the net.
Oh,
And there it is.
there we go.
Nice.
We have a third set.
There we go. It's going to be a late
That
night.
was tiebreak of the year.
That was phenomenal quality, the tie break. Everyone needs a breather after that.
Yeah, I'm going to make a cup of tea. I will be back.
What was that?
Mate, okay, I'll talk to you in a second. I'll come back. That was unbelievable.
It was. I mean, I've not seen a set like that for a while. Let me just get the stats up. Holy crap. I mean, that was something else, really.
That was a really good tiebreaker.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Really good.
There are the stats for that set. How many match points did Medvedev say? 4, 5? I think 4.
3, was it?
I was about to say, was it 3?
It was, I remember 6-5 and then 8-7. And then I think it was 3. Yeah, probably 3.
Yeah.
3 match points saved.
Nick saying Daniil Medvedev has just played himself back into ATP finals contention.
Right. I mean, it's crazy. He saved all these match points and reminded me a bit. Initially, when he did go 4-1 up, I thought, okay, it's like the semi-final from 2020 or even the final. But then 2 horrific misses. Oh, my God. From 4-3, the forehand going long on both occasions. But, yeah, I mean, let's talk about that match point save with that the smash from the baseline. That was nuts. Like, that was really probably, I mean, like you guys mentioned, point of the match. I had it on mute for quite a bit because you guys are ahead of me. But, yeah, really point of the match. I mean, no debate there. But, yeah, I mean, this is encouraging stuff from Medvedev. He did fight, right? He's still in this match. I would say back in this match. Tsitsipas did not want to go away in this kind of situation. I remember there was that tiebreaker against Hugo Humbert last year in Toronto. It was like 15-13. The seconds are 16-14 that Hugo Humbert won, but Steph came back really strong. So I think third set's really interesting anyway because Medvedev just feels like he's been given another lifeline.
Good. You had 3. You had Medvedev in 3, right?
I had Medvedev in 3. That's hanging by a thread. Yeah, looking decent, I would say. Hanging by a thread. Medvedev looks like he's gone for a complete change of clothes.
Yeah. I wonder how Tsitsipas is going to recover from that as well, having those match points.
Yeah, I mean, especially, I mean, he must know how important it is to, get the job done against someone like Medvedev. And he wasn't able to. I guess, I'm not sure how many chances he had. But let me just, drop that part out. Right. I don't know if these stats really mean much. It's even for most part. Medvedev was, I would say Steph was playing catch up just because he was serving second in that set. but he was the one on a lot of occasions holding pretty comfortably. My Medvedev, I think, was 15-30 down at 4-all. Was he? I think he lost 15 or 15-30.
It's
One of those
15-30.
Yeah, it was 15-30. So he has fought through to the stage, and it'll be really interesting to see where this match goes now.
Yeah.
I wonder where Jethro is. I wanted to get his thoughts as well. Probably taking a short break at this moment.
He's making a cup of tea.
Okay. Yeah, but that shaky point at was it 11-all? Both of them so shaky. They thought both of their shots were going out. They just stopped right there. Steph obviously landing that drop shot wide, and Medvedev sealed the set.
Hey, gang.
Is Medvedev showing some fatigue? That's the question.
No, he's fine.
I think he's all
fine.
right.
No, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, that forehand looked really tired, but I guess it's just.
I think it was just sloppy.
He
He found some great energy in that tie break.
Oh yeah, I mean, some of those points were insane, especially the match point save. That was.
But sure, talk to me about your emotions during that tie break.
Yeah, I mean, probably wait for this game to get done. 30-15. But yeah, I mean, I was behind the scenes. I had the obviously camera off and all of that, but I was my heart was racing. That's all I could say. Especially, I mean, that was a tiebreaker. Medvedev should have wrapped up earlier, 4-1 up, and those misses from 4-3 back to back. I thought, maybe just not his day at all. But yeah, sort of given a lifeline by Steph when he missed that forehand, and
bros helping each other out.
They did, yeah.
That's all that bit was.
And Medvedev using the drop shot, and he was pretty smartly, and he was pretty clutch at the net for most of that tiebreaker, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, he came to the net on match point down and played his best net point of the entire match.
Yeah, and then Tsitsipas' slice went just wide there on that match point, but
yeah,
just
I would have been.
I just wonder because Steph is just gonna reset pretty well, I think.
He's got really good at that, I'd say.
Yeah,
just resetting and just playing a new set. Wiping the slate clean.
Oh,
that's a gorgeous backhand. Is that his first backhand winner of the day?
Possibly.
He's had a few more, right?
Backhand winner, has he?
Oh no, he had two.
Had a few backhands.
He had two in the second set. Okay.
Yeah. So Tsitsipas holds to get this final set underway. I do want to stay for this set, but it depends on whether or not. I mean, I can multitask; it's not an issue. But
yeah, you can do it both.
One of you guys is ahead of me, maybe two, but that's fine.
I can try and pause, and he can let me know where you're at if I'm
right. Okay. I mean, they're just about to change over now. Steph is held for 1-love. This will be interesting. I mean, we're in for a thriller, I think. One break of serve this entire match.
Yeah, I've seen a few things on Twitter just now about why more people don't do serve and volley against Medvedev. And to be fair, I kind of agree. Like, I feel like some people should have maybe paid more attention to his match against Cressy at the Australian Open.
Oh my God, yeah.
Because that drove him mental. Like, he was literally just shouting on the court, "This is so boring."
Yeah, that was the fourth set. I mean, you could argue you should have gotten that done in the third set, up a mini break, and he just loses the set.
Yeah.
But yeah, there were those couple of long games, right? That's when he was driven nuts, basically. But essentially, once he got the break towards the end of that set, it was done. But yeah, Cressy executed amazingly for as long as he did.
Yeah, I mean, Cressy, and also Cressy's a great player.
Right.
Like everyone knew Felix may be doomed. When that Wimbledon draw came out, I mean, that was horrible for Felix.
Yeah, I mean, to draw Cressy in the first round, that's
at Wimbledon, it's just terrible. And yeah,
was it 4 sets?
It was 4. I don't know if they were all tie breaks. I think one of them might be in like 7-5 or something. But yeah,
I think there were a couple of tie breaks. The fourth set especially was a tie break.
yeah, I think there was 3. I'm not sure. Yeah, it was and obviously Hurkacz and Davidovich Shakina got each other in the first round, which is
Medvedev won. I mean, he beat Felix, saving a match. He saved only 1 match point, right, in that match.
I thought it was 1, but then I
Yeah, it
heard
was
people
1.
saying it was 2 when people talked
It
about
was
that.
1, 30-40. It was a big serve.
And you served out wide, yeah.
Out wide, yeah. My bad.
Yeah.
Medvedev
That
holds
was such
easily.
a good match. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, I would love to probably do a recap. Obviously, John has a preference for those who have been there live. If he doesn't find anybody, I'm glad to do that. But 1-1.
Oh, Steph.
Wow.
Oh, he's just hit a horrible shot.
Oh, okay. I thought, oh my God, what a shank.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
That's
By
a
how that
proper
sounded, I
shank.
thought he hit a scorching winner. But okay, let's see.
Yeah.
Oh, that's his worst volley now.
Yeah. I've been
My
going
bad,
on about
I
how
was
great he is
behind,
at volleying.
You know, usually I pause to take screenshots, but I didn't hit go live.
Hasn't put him off the serve volley.
Yeah, it was good. 15-all.
Mm.
And Kyrgios served and volleyed quite a lot in New York, didn't he, against Medvedev, and in Cincinnati.
John said, if you could have a coffee or a beer or a coffee with any player, who would it be?
I would pick. Let's go for one on the women's side and one for the men's. Andrea Petkovic. Just have a coffee with her. Just talk about books. Just
Nice.
her career. That'd just be amazing for me. And of course, for me, it's Andy Murray. Grab a beer, eat some fish and chips, just chill.
I think women's player. I don't know actually.
It's a hard one.
I would love to go for drinks for Venus Williams. Like, my god, that would be so fun. She's class. I'd love to go have beers with Diego Schwartzman.
Oh no. I thought Schwartzman might be your answer.
Yeah, I mean, like, don't be wrong, like Nadal and Team I love probably just as much, but I think I feel like I'd get on really well with Diego. Like, he's got a really good, like, vibrant energy.
Here.
Yeah.
Medvedev at 15-30.
I think I'd go Andy as well, Peter.
Oh yeah.
And on the women's side. Yeah.
And you know what? Wild
Peter,
card.
do you have to go soon or something?
Yeah. I have a weekly dinner with my parents at 5. So it's 4:08 right now, but who knows when this match is going to wrap up. So I'll stay for
when you do have to go, just let us know. We'll get your final thoughts. What do you think will happen? Will this match end by the time we have to leave? Interesting.
Also, I feel like I'm not saying he's my answer, but I would love to have a glass of red wine or multiple glasses of red wine with Benoit Paire. I think that would be that would be really fun. He would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And Monfils, Paire, Monfils.
Yeah.
Monfils,
get drunk with them in France. I think that'd be great. Oh, shots.
What a forehand pass from Tsitsipas there.
That was
really nicely done.
2-1.
I feel like on the women's side,
having
Sophia Kenin would be interesting.
I'm
John
sorry,
said,
who is that, Jamie?
Sophia Kenin would be interesting.
Just ask her what the hell she's doing.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, where is she at? She just had her birthday the other day, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
How old is she now?
Oh,
That's a very good question. I didn't even see.
Probably, I'm guessing 25, maybe.
25?
She was 22 when she won the Australian Open.
Oh, she was. Really?
I think
it doesn't feel real like that she won it.
I thought she was younger.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is 24.
24.
24.
Yeah, just turned 24. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So who's gonna win?
Jamie, did you pick who to go for? Oh, sorry.
Peter is going for Medvedev.
Yeah.
Okay, my prediction, by the way, was hanging by a thread. Still is. I picked Medvedev in 3. I had him dropping the first set. That was oddly specific, but you never know. I mean, I called that last night. If Medvedev wins, I mean, that would be just great all around for me. 3-on-3, consecutive predictions, and of course, Daniil winning. still staying alive in the tournament. Would love his chances too, especially playing Novak. Novak would take his foot off the pedal a bit. He's qualified. I don't think he's gonna really. Is he really going to like exhaust himself in that match? I don't think so. We'll see. Daniil so far, obviously, this set he held to love. Steph struggled a bit in that previous game, 15-30. But yeah.
Yeah, it must be a bit of an inconvenience having that last match, right, when you've already qualified. It's not like in football, if you win your first 2 group matches and you've got your third one, you can kind of put out your weakened team so you can sort of rest your legs.
Yeah,
he can't put his coach out for the third.
Yeah, just put a very weak version of yourself out. You don't want to go out and play like crap.
Yeah. If Medvedev wins this, I would want Novak to do that, honestly. I'm obviously a huge Novak fan. Novak and Daniil, that's the order. But of course, I mean, there's no harm, no foul, right? Novak's through already.
Yeah. Also, Nadal's confirmed he's playing, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Good.
I mean, he would want. I mean, there's still 200 points up for grabs. And
like all he wants is match. Like he just wants to play, you know.
Yeah.
Daniil's 40 love up already, and
he's
he's looking
racing
like the fresher player in this set so far.
Mm-hmm.
Steph's looking a bit tired, going for a few drop shots.
Also, have you guys seen Rune has been liking tweets of people saying to him that you should be playing and not Nadal?
I mean, he liked a bunch of tweets. Casper Ruud qualified.
Oh my god!
Yeah, and like basically, I think he just gets really excited, like a little puppy. Whenever someone on Twitter gives him a compliment, he just automatically likes it.
Yeah.
And then ignores the fact that they're just like slating another pro player, like one of his colleagues. He just doesn't realize or notice or care.
He doesn't care.
Medvedev holds in just over a minute.
Christ.
2-1.
Oh yeah, Jamie, who was your pick to go for a beer or a coffee with?
I think I said Kenin, and then same as Peter. I think I'll probably go Andy Murray.
Andy, that would be really fun. To be fair.
Yeah.
John said that Andy doesn't drink much, but I'd like to get a beer out of him and see if he spills anything. Makes a few good quips.
Yeah, that would be good. I think he's got some great stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw John say Ash Barty, and she'd be a great girl to go for a beer with.
Oh yeah.
I'm still sticking with Venus from the women's. It's like, God, I would just love that.
I feel like I could gossip with her.
Venus would be good. Comfortable hold.
I'd probably go for a coffee with Heather Watson as well, because she's just absolutely lovely, and I feel like she's be really fun to hang out with.
Heather's so sweet.
Actually, I'd like to go for a beer with Dan Evans.
Yeah, actually, one of our people from Popcorns had a beer with Dan Evans at Wimbledon this year.
Really?
Yeah, he said he was really nice.
Yeah, I can imagine it.
Although it may be a bit more than beers with Dan Evans, but that's okay. You know, that doesn't matter. That's the fun of it, you know. No, but he does seem like I think as a Brit as well, you get it. Like he seems like a really good lad to just have a laugh with, for sure. I quite like Evo.
I think Dan has a few good stories too.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I actually wouldn't mind that now. Now that y'all say that.
Oh,
comfortable holds in this.
Another comfortable hold.
About to say comfortable.
Yep. I think they're just dying to play another tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Desperate for it.
I think they're just dying to get off the court.
They're just on a bit of a post tiebreak slump like us, I think.
Yeah, so 3-2 for Tsitsipas on serve. So far, there's only been one close-ish service game or one service game where the serve has been under duress. That would be the third game. Tsitsipas being 15-30 down, but of course he snuffed that out. Medvedev held in just 66 seconds, and now Steph is back ahead. I would still say Medvedev takes this.
Well, you're not going to change your prediction now, after all this toil.
No way. Yeah, I mean that
can't.
would be. It depends, right? If that second set was sort of gift wrapped to Daniil, I probably would have felt. Otherwise, I would have felt okay, maybe a breadstick or something like that's coming. But Medvedev fought for his life to get that second set, so I feel that he's here to win it.
Yeah.
Good comment from John. He said Novak should put Goran out there.
On
No, I
them.
mean, he'd probably do all right, to be honest. He'd probably get to a tiebreak with this serve.
Yeah. That would be
Yeah.
great, wouldn't it?
Oh my God, 3-6, 7-6, 7-6. I don't know if my heart can take that. Really, no. No way. I mean, last year Medvedev won his round robin match against Zverev was 6-3, 6-7, 7-6.
Thing is, I definitely obviously Medvedev's already won this tournament once. I think he's going to win it at least 2 or 3 times, maybe more in his career.
Yeah. I could see
Like Zverev has 2. Team should have at least 1.
Yeah,
I hope he gets
take
another
one from
chance.
Zverev, give it to team, right?
Oh, that mean, if there's any justice in the world, Team has 2 and Medvedev has 2 and Zverev has a 0.
Zverev doesn't need
But we
to.
don't live in a fair world. We live in a world where he does amazing things. It's not fair.
15 love Medvedev, 30
See,
love
that's where I just don't
already.
get Steph's return body.
Yeah,
position.
Steph is
Like,
just-
he's just like sort of dinking it back, like he's a club player. Like,
Yeah, either Steph is just exhausted, he cannot return, or Medvedev serving a lot better. I would say both.
definitely both. Medvedev's hitting his spots a little better now.
Yeah, I mean, he's barely missing his first serve. Just missed one there, but even the second serve, I mean,
Went for
he's
the
not
first
double
serve
fault.
there as
Oh,
well. Went
Oh, was
for a
that-
first serve there, I think.
Whoa, okay.
that was in.
That
I
would
think
be a
skilled
6 in cricket.
line.
Right. 40 love.
Only on the
double
short
faulted,
boundary.
right? I don't think he has. I could check. Of course.
Oh,
Oh, clinical
lovely
serving.
placement there.
So
Amazing.
we have had 3 games in a row with no points being won against the server.
Oh, so Medvedev on serve has been excellent. I mean, just that first service game really was the weak link. But other than that,
That's the only break in the match.
10 aces and no double fault. I mean,
Has he lost a point on serve this set?
no.
He hasn't.
Wow.
Christ. I mean, I'm so here for another tiebreak. To be fair, like,
No, I'm not. I'm here for 6-3 or 6-4. And, yeah, probably head to bed and then
yeah, fair.
rejoice, I guess.
Oh,
Take
Ooh, well, you might get your wish.
oh.
Love 15.
Nervy looking.
okay. There was
60,
15-30 and Steph
30.
held in at lightning speed after. So like,
Yeah,
I mean, I think the Tsitsipas fans are running their mouths a bit too much. So this win would mean a lot to us.
Shrihari.
Yes, yeah. I mean, Jethro would agree, I think, about Tsitsipas fans.
they are the loveliest people I've ever met on Twitter who think
Okay.
that Steph
Yeah,
is
I
a
mean,
very
that says it
flawed
all.
character, and they are so accepting of his behavior. Oh,
Did you make it?
he's made put the outside of the line.
Wow.
Whoa, is it in? It is.
Oh.
Love
I mean, that's
30.
just-
He's not even bothering to challenge that? Oh, he is challenging.
I think he is,
Okay.
yeah. But out of hope, is it? I don't know. I mean, that was close.
He seemed to leave a lot of the court open.
Let's see what it is.
Yo, was well in.
That's
Miles
it,
in.
yeah. We got love 30.
He didn't even.
And it
It wasn't a
was
good
in.
approach. Like he didn't cover that at all.
No,
He was
can't
in.
bet.
It didn't seem in by that big of a margin.
No.
So, love 30. Let's see.
Oh,
Oh,
that's a fantastic serve.
I used to.
Okay.
So
really
another
good
thing I
serve.
would say about Tsitsipas is I think he's one of the best players on tour, serving wise, from love 30 down. He is really good at holding from love 30. Like he does it quite a lot. And of course, now I say this, he's going to get broken. But I mean, I jinxed him just for you, Shrihari. As soon as I said he was the best volleyer from the younger players on tour, he missed 2 in a row. Oh, and he shanked it again.
Enough.
Enjoy. He had no shanks until the end of the second set, and now he's had about
okay.
4.
Wow.
Medvedev just screaming "Allez" while he gets his first break points of the match, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, I think it was.
He
It
has
is, yeah.
30,
Yeah,
which
hasn't had any.
is
Tsitsipas has had one, and he took it.
Yeah, he's not had a break point yet. And here we go. I am going to mute because you guys are ahead. So,
Medvedev seems like he's
First serve
serving.
is missed. I mean, this is quite remarkable turnaround, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's a great return.
he's
Oh,
got
and
that.
he's gone wide.
Right, and he screamed into with
And
delight.
he is pumped. I mean, he's celebrating that.
Daniil
more than-
Medvedev screaming. Wow.
He's celebrating that more than his US Open title. I love it.
I love it. I mean, I loved it. He's on the break. I mean,
His non-celebrations are great.
So funny. And then, like, I remember there was a really funny video that went around of him in, like, training, like practice after, and he'd won the US Open before. And he just, like, flopped to the ground. He won the World Tour Finals, just went, like, nodded his head and gave a thumbs up after winning, the end of the year finals. And then there was, like, he won a point in practice and went absolutely mental. Just, like, screaming, celebrating.
yeah, I mean, he's a character. So,
he's so
okay,
funny.
Medvedev is up a break. Could it be decisive? I mean, he's been serving really well this set, especially. And since dropping serve, I would say, in the opening set, Tsitsipas also, of course, but tables have turned. I mean, this is a different match we're looking at now. Tsitsipas is the one who looked like he was dominating for, I would say, first set and 3/4 of it.
Yeah.
And now, sorry.
Now
if I sound
what Medvedev needs
enthusiastic.
to avoid
I
is
tried to be unbiased. I cannot be right now. I'm sorry, but
that's fine.
right. I mean,
Thing is, tennis commentators should try and be unbiased in this, and because they
so
get
two
paid,
service
and they're
holds,
still
Medvedev-
shit at. Sorry, terrible
does
at
Medvedev
hiding their
get it
bias.
done here? I think we still have some drama left.
I'm not so sure. I think he's going to get it done.
He would, yes, but
I remember when he was 5-1 up against Rafa at this
no.
tournament all those years ago.
Jethro, this is the worst time for you to bring that
And he lost the match.
Oh wow!
up.
So
You didn't have to, Jethro. Why? See, I mentioned the 2020 semis. This could be very much like that. Obviously, not with the dramatic tiebreaker, but if you look at the scoreline,
yeah, I mean,
Medvedev is up a break. Let's
I'm
see.
okay with Medvedev winning from here. Like we got an amazing tiebreak, and now I don't. have
Okay, it
time
looks like
to see a
Tsitsipas just doesn't have much on his legs here. 15
Tsitsipas looks
love.
quite leggy. Yeah, I was going to say
Yeah.
that.
15 love.
I mean, I
Okay,
wouldn't be
let's see.
surprised if he's tired. I mean, he's played an insane amount of tennis this year.
Yeah.
And not to
Except
mention
from,
it
the Grand Slams. But.
takes quite a bit of toll when you're approaching the net, like after every serve, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't
You were saying
consider
that.
that.
Yeah, Jamie said that earlier.
Oh, he did. Right, I had you guys on mute then, so my bad.
Tsitsipas shanks a backhand and catches the back of the line, wins the point.
John says that he met
Whoa.
Steph in April. He asked me questions about Twitch. Yeah, we mentioned.
John, are you sure it wasn't the other way around? Because I feel like Tsitsipas is actually like really good with that kind of social media.
13 straight
You
points.
posted that
for
photo
Medvedev.
yet on the Talking Tennis
Serve.
feed, John.
Great serve. Oh, he's missed it.
That was third. That was out.
I thought that was in. It's challenging.
Oh no, Tsitsipas' backhand, I'm saying, was out.
Was it?
Yes.
Oh, what did they show a replay?
Yeah, they showed it just before Medvedev was serving.
Oh, and Medvedev's serve was in. I thought that was in.
Oh no, I was talking about Tsitsipas' backhand.
Yeah, no, it was called in, but did
It
they
was
show
called
replay?
in, but they showed the replay. It was out.
Oh.
So it should be 40 love.
Yeah, but hopefully it won't matter. 30-15 for Medvedev. Just needs to rain some big serves here and get let.
I'm excited for the handshake. It's not really been it's been quite, I mean, that tiebreak was pretty intense.
Yeah, I
to be
think
fair.
a tiebreaker. The match had drama, not the best quality, I would say, but
Tiebreak was enough for me. I've
Tiebreak
loved
was-
this match.
Ooh.
Oh, when was the last time he double faulted?
Cheeky double in there. I can't remember the last time.
that was Medvedev's first double fault.
Yeah, I don't think it's, and like that's amazing because he double faulted so much in his last match.
One
Yeah.
double for each.
Yeah, blimey.
But the timing is bad, so 30 off.
First serve.
If he hits another one, and then he hits another one in a row, doesn't he? Okay, no.
There's a
Great
volley.
second serve. Some volley. Oh,
Oh,
and Tsitsipas says, "No, I am the king of the net
he
today."
looked so uncomfortable there, Medvedev,
He did.
after that last volley.
And
What
that's
was he doing?
Tsitsipas loves to do this in a minute, try and get the crowd involved. I like it when players do that, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this would be.
He just
a good-
doesn't look comfortable doing it. I think that's why people would take exception to it.
Oh,
It's great
response.
serve, clutch.
Big first
That was
serve from
big.
Medvedev. He stares down at his box, saves the break point for the first
was
time in this
big.
match.
Another good serve.
Oh,
Ooh.
like that.
Thought he just pushed that, but he's on the
No.
line.
They were the forehands that he was missing earlier, weren't they?
Yeah,
The ones under the net.
Tsitsipas is challenging.
That was in.
Yeah, Tsitsipas is challenging, but I think that was in.
I think that was it.
It looked
think
out,
that was
but
in.
I think it was
It
in.
looked out to me.
Oh, there you go, on the line.
Yeah, quite well then.
Point for 5-3 for Medvedev.
I was in comfortably.
Right on the
Advantage.
Yeah.
Oh,
And a
that's
great
that.
serve.
And he stares at
See,
his
now he's like looking.
screaming again.
Wow.
He really wants this match, and also because he knows he's probably out of
Yeah.
the tournament if he loses. So I think it's
Yeah.
high stakes.
It is.
It is, and I mean, this is like a deja vu of that Felix match.
Yeah,
I mean, the way he's just like roaring. I've never seen him roar as much as he did in that Felix match, but he might top that here. Tsitsipas serving to stay in the match.
I wouldn't be surprised if Medvedev doesn't put a whole lot into this return game.
Mm.
He didn't even move for that serve.
Yeah.
So is Tsitsipas out if he loses this? I mean, not officially. I think it would wait on Friday's results.
I think he would be out.
Oh, nervous forehand.
Medvedev
Yeah, I
will
think he
be
would
on
be out because
But yeah, like I mean, I don't want to throw hot water on Tsitsipas if he does lose this and go out of the tournament. Like, I think he's actually done quite well. Like,
yeah, I mean, you wouldn't have expected him to beat both Medvedev.
No.
And
Oh, that's a great volley.
lovely shot.
Would he have gone through if he was on the other side of the draw?
Yeah,
interesting. I think he would have maybe.
Yeah.
I mean,
who would he beat?
Nadal,
He would beat Nadal. He would.
Yeah, he wouldn't be in the same group as Nadal though. Yeah, because he's 2 and Nadal's 1, so he could only. Yeah, so they can't be on the same group. 30-15 for Tsitsipas here.
But I'm just thinking of the players he could have beaten in the red group.
Right. Okay.
Sorry, green group.
That's a 4-1.
Oh, that's a bad volley.
I think he could have beaten all of them in the other group.
He could have been. I mean, if Felix wasn't great against Rude, Tsitsipas would have beaten him then. Would have beaten Rafa. Would have probably beaten Fritz. Yeah, I think he would have. I don't think he would have
beaten
3-0.
Fritz. I think he would have beaten Rude. Yeah, I
think he would have gone 2-1. I think there would have been a match he lost, maybe.
Yeah,
But probably. But he's been up against it here. He's facing
ace from
two of them.
Tsitsipas, 40-30. This is not done just yet. He will look to force Medvedev to serve it out at the very least.
Yeah.
I'm proud of myself though, because on our podcast on Friday previewing this, I said
And he holds. Medvedev will
you go.
serve for the match.
the people who would get out of green group are Auger Aliassime, Rude. I said Rude's going to surprise everyone, and now he's topped the group.
Good shout.
I like it.
Yeah, I just love Casper. Every time you think he's going to flop, he just surprises you again.
Yeah, he's very good.
Now, but next year we need Casper Ruud Wimbledon title. That would be the ultimate.
I don't know what
I would not mind that at all.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, Shri, I was saying earlier to Shri, I was saying to everyone earlier, I was like, it's going to be very interesting probably when Djokovic overtakes Federer's Wimbledon title.
Oh yeah, then how everybody would be talking about. I mean, Novak fans at least would be talking about how he's the better grass courter.
Yeah,
I know
of course.
Owen for sure would not be quiet. He will put out a few tweets alluding to that. And Nadal
I know
fans
we've
and-
got some very big Federer fans in popcorn tennis who will never ever agree that Djokovic is better grass court player than Federer.
that is, at least I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But then if you were to still debate if if Djokovic is better than Federer on clay, that I take issue with. I still am okay with the grass court debate, right? To an extent. But
So you say you think Djokovic is better on clay than Federer?
I do, yes. I mean,
Yeah, no, I do as well.
yeah.
I'd agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Djokovic is unreal on clay. Right. That's
Okay,
like
I'm getting
just
a
because
bit
Nadal
nervous
has
here.
14
Medvedev
titles.
is serving.
I mean,
for the
Djokovic has
match.
beaten Rafa twice at Roland Garros, hasn't he? So it's pretty.
Exactly, yeah.
He's won 2 titles. He's won 6 titles at Rome, 2 in Monte Carlo, 3 in Madrid. I mean,
there was a
okay,
time when,
Medvedev is serving for the match.
Here we go.
Let's see.
Let's see.
Starts well. It's a great start. Oh, yeah.
Attack the net. It paid off.
Well, it's good to see him using a tactic against his opponents that they've been using against him. It's
Yep.
absorbing their information. Hey, you dare to use my own spells against me?
Oh, was that a double?
Another double. Oh, Daniil, you're not serving these doubles at a good time, my friend.
He's putting quite a lot on. He's trying to put quite a lot on his second serves, I think, isn't he? And it's
Yeah, I mean he's hit a couple of corkers of second serves, but
yeah.
that's another good first serve.
Oh, and he's pulled that.
See that is my most worrying shot for this whole year. Is that forehand, the angle, trying to angle it down the line from the mid-court. He's hitting it long so often.
Yeah.
Like against Kyrgios, he did it almost every game. Oof.
He's serving really, really quickly.
Straight here, put yourself back on live. I want to see your live reaction to this.
You're too nervous. He's had to go.
Yeah, I don't blame him at all. Great serve. That's a huge second serve. Great, yeah, it was a super return from Tsitsipas. Oh,
wow! It's
and we have 2 big points.
Oh.
Also, with that big second serve, he's like, you can remember as well when Medvedev had that amazing win against Djokovic in Cincinnati 2019, and he started just bombing second serves down.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was there for that.
Were you there?
Yes.
Oh wow!
That was an amazing match. I'm jealous. Oh gosh, this would be a twist.
Oh, he's broken it.
Oh, I don't believe it.
Oh,
I actually don't believe it
at all.
Oh my god!
Wow!
Gonna stay a while.
No way.
Oh
Just
my
no way.
God!
Getting tired
That
as
just
well.
happened.
Is this going to a tiebreaker?
Wild.
Looks
Another
like
one?
it.
But yeah, I hope we do get another tiebreaker after that.
Wow!
I don't want that.
Where did that come from Medvedev?
I don't know. Like,
He just lost the plot a bit there.
Yeah.
Oh, now Steph's gone wide. I mean, they're both either playing really well at the same time, or they're both playing terribly at the same time now. There's Apostolos. No doubt he's been mouthing off for the entire match. Favorite moment of the year is when Diego said, "Tell me a single person who likes him."
Wait, what? When did this happen?
Cincinnati. I thought it was a bit uncalled for from Diego, but I was like,
that.
how many players have wanted to say that? Like, so many
That's
players.
so
many players have had run-ins with him. Like, he meant like in tennis, not like in general life. Like, obviously, it's not like no one in the world likes this man. He was being really annoying. To be fair,
he was probably saying what everyone else was thinking.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, you know what? I don't like that you've dragged yourself into drama when you should just be playing better, my friend. But at least you said something correct. This is nice serving from Tsitsipas.
Yeah.
It was a great return though.
Jump shot from Medvedev. Oh,
Oh, he's gone long.
well, his
Oh, my
forehand's
goodness.
just kind of his forehand's breaking down again.
He's gone walkabout again.
And that cost him at the start. Could that cost him at the business end?
It would be poetic.
Yeah.
Oh, so,
Oh,
and he
that's
comes
nice.
serving volley.
Wow.
And look at the turnaround. It's 3 straight games now. Oh
God,
my
now
God.
Medvedev's got to serve to stay in it. Wow. What a turnaround.
Did not see this coming at all.
Nope.
I don't know. I think Tsitsipas might win this now.
Really?
Yeah, I think the same.
I don't know. When they've both been playing at their best, I think Medvedev just had the edge.
I don't want to say it because Shree's here, but a part of me almost wants to see Stefanos win this now.
Yeah, this would be crazy. Yeah, like I'm so neutral in this matchup. To be fair, like
Yeah.
I guess it depends where they're playing. I think if it's Roland Garros, I want Tsitsipas to win.
Yep.
If it's on a hard court, I'm pretty even. If it's like Australian Open, I want Medvedev to win.
Yeah.
It really depends where they are. And if it's Wimbledon, could not care less.
I just don't think Tsitsipas deserves to have an 0-2 record based on how he played today and against Djokovic.
I suppose he's still got Rublev,
Yeah,
who
true.
he had a very good match with in Astana.
Right.
I think it was Astana. Yeah, it was in the semi-final.
Did Tsitsipas win?
He did, and it was an absolute steal. Rublev was playing really well, and it just turned around out of nowhere, literally at the death in the third set.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a really fun match. And like they're fun as well because like they're both players who get criticized for not, for similar reasons, and they just go after the ball at each other. It's really fun.
Apparently, Rublev's angry reactions were quite bad today.
Yeah, it was just a lot of negative,
Quite
reactions and like body language and
like
sometimes it's just stuff you can't control,
especially playing Djokovic in that form as well, right? You have to be so harsh on yourself.
I know. I was saying it reminds me of he kind of like he gets really angry. For example, if someone like blasts a winner past him, he gets really angry, and it's just like when Murray used to do it as well. And I watch him, or like when Murray does it, and I'm like, why are you so angry? Like they've hit a winner past you. What do you expect to do about that? Like there really isn't much you can do.
Yeah.
But it's like kind of, I guess, like mad competitive kind of obsessiveness that all tennis players have, and it comes out, in those kind of moments, I suppose.
Yeah.
You want to win every point, don't you?
Yeah.
Glasses.
And I guess maybe there's something even more maddening about the fact that actually there was nothing he could have done.
Oh yeah, Djokovic was so good today.
Yeah. We're gonna get this tie.
Huh?
We're gonna get this tie break. Do you think?
I hope so. Even if Strahiri doesn't want it, I still want it. It's gonna be dumb.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Sloppy.
Yeah.
Did I say it might go to a third set tie break early on?
You did. You were the first to say it. I think I agreed, but you did call it.
Yeah.
Ooh. Tsitsipas his dad telling him whether to challenge or not.
If it's anything like the second set tie break, there it is.
We are in for it. Here we go.
Could be in for a thriller.
Oh.
You guys doing any commentary tomorrow?
No, I'm working tomorrow, sadly. Actually, I might be able to join tomorrow night. I was going to go into the office for work, but it's like flooding. Have you got rain as bad as this? Like
Rain, yeah. It has been raining a lot here, yeah.
God, it's horrendous. Like literally torrential all evening.
God.
It's a good start for Tsitsipas. Was that an ace?
Missed it, actually.
Yeah, so
Is it an ace, Peter?
Yep.
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, I thought I saw like because they always like do that flashing like thing. When
Sorry, I'm just nodding my head like a bit like Zen-like, and I'm
Yeah.
just like, trying just to concentrate and focus and pray. I mean,
Are you late for your dinner?
I will be in 4 minutes. I'm gonna leave by then.
Nice.
Oh,
Goodness,
you're going to miss the
I think I'm
conclusion.
there on time, but this is too good not to.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was way out.
I do. I mean, as much as it's a shame that Medvedev choked, like it is nice that we get a concluding tiebreak. Like,
Oh, yeah.
oh no! Oh dear, man, Medvedev,
Well.
that's a shocker.
Yeah.
Really bad.
When that backhand misses, it looks so.
Yeah.
Like,
Like when it misses, you're like, "What's wrong with your technique?" But then most of the time, it works really well. So
yeah.
Has to hold here. Oh no, he's missed it.
Why did he do that then?
He's lost the plot.
God.
Double mini breakdown.
Yeah, it's a double mini break. Yeah.
I was about to say, Peter. I was like, well, maybe you will make it in time if Tsitsipas goes 7-love here, and it's just like,
Yeah.
If he gets to 6, I mean, he's probably fair to say as well.
Yeah.
He's got 4. Wow.
And I think if he does go on to lose this match, it kind of sums his year up, unfortunately.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's sad. Like I really like seeing Medvedev do well and win, but yeah, it's not been a good year at all by his standards.
Yeah.
Oh, superb.
Because you've got to keep it in perspective as well. You know, like you have like a top 20 or top 25 player who had a year as like Medvedev's, that would be considered an amazing year. You know.
Yeah. I mean, 2 titles, but
2 titles,
like
Slam
Andy
final,
2 finals. It's not been a great year for Andy. I mean, outside of top 100, a lot of people would take it, but I don't think Medvedev would take his year, and obviously Andy wouldn't.
Oh, wow.
And he's gone wide as well.
I think you're going to get to see it.
I was right. It is going to be 7-love. God.
Wow. Who would have predicted
You're going to
this?
jinx it?
This is just a complete meltdown.
What an anti-climax, man.
Yeah.
This is such a shame.
God.
I'm just here for the handshake now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might not be pretty.
I think it'll just be very cold from both.
Yeah.
No.
Tsitsipas doesn't really have like particularly like he doesn't really have any drama with him on these handshakes. He's very kind of consummate and professional. But like everyone was going on about the handshake between him and Kyrgios at Wimbledon, and it was nothing.
Yeah.
All right. There's 1 match point saved.
5 more to go.
It would be typical of this match if Medvedev now wins 8-6. But I don't think that's going to happen.
Don't forget, this is Tsitsipas' 5th match point, an hour almost after his.
God, yeah. I
previous
forgot he had 4. Yeah, 7 volley. Surely.
No.
No, he's going to
What
go
a
for
return.
that. It was a great return.
Oh.
It's a great 4-1 for Medvedev.
It's a pass on the back foot defending, and
Yeah.
there it is.
And he pushes it wide
Tsitsipas
and
Gets
lifts
the
his
win.
arm up, and it's game, set, and match. Tsitsipas.
Wow.
What a
Hats
comeback
off.
in that third set.
Stefanos.
Yeah, pretty chilled handshake.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm impressed with Tsitsipas. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm impressed with Medvedev as well, apart from until 5-3 in the third set. I thought he was playing great.
If you look at the match overall as a whole, though, it was very up and down for Medvedev, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Like that stretch from the second set tiebreak. Actually, from about 5-5 in the second set tiebreak until 5-3 in the third set. He was playing great. And sure, condolences, bro. That was wild.
That was rough towards the end. I mean, I don't know what happened in the tiebreaker, but
He just collapsed.
Yeah.
Didn't know what to do.
That was
don't
a serious
understand
collapse.
it either, but
it was, big
That
big
drop
collapse.
shot that he played.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna leave for dinner, and it's been great, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Cool.
Yeah,
Thanks
thanks
for
for joining
being
us.
on, man.
Have a
Good
good
fun.
time at dinner.
Take care, guys.
Take
See you
care.
later.
See you soon.
Bye.
Okay, so
Got
we
me
do have a
home.
knockout between Rublev and Tsitsipas. But I mean, I don't know what to say. It was 5-3, 30 all. We were so sure that Medvedev was coming through. I don't know what happened since then.
That was actually insane.
It was.
Yeah. It was.
Oh, I know the Tsitsipas fans are going to be absolutely beside themselves on Twitter.
So is that Medvedev confirmed? He's out, isn't he? Because
He is out. Yeah.
He's
out.
okay. He's confirmed out now.
because Djokovic has 2 wins, and either Tsitsipas or Rublev will
So
have 2 wins.
Djokovic has won the group now
Yeah.
because whoever amongst, I think, or I guess it depends on the margin.
I think it's the
sure.
first person. I think the first person to win 2 matches gets top of the group. I swear.
Not always,
necessarily.
because in 2018 Anderson won his first 2 matches, but he ended up second, right?
Mm.
Did he?
Right.
Yeah, he did.
What does that mean?
So if 2 players win, is it possible for?
Yeah,
It'll come down to
head
sets.
to head
as well.
counts eventually, but
That was a very interesting match. Christ.
Yeah, that was quite draining. It was so up and down.
Yeah, I'm exhausted.
yeah,
too.
I had to
I don't think he did get many first serves in. I don't think, but I'm not sure. In the final set tiebreak.
So someone just went, I hate this sport sometimes. There's me every single week.
I hate this sport now. I'm starting to hate it. Djokovic winning is the only way.
Yeah, I mean, without Nadal's amazing start to the year, this would have been awful the entire year. Like, had team nowhere. Obviously, the end of team's year was amazing. Diego, probably his worst year since 2017, and he still didn't do that badly, apart from second half of the season. Baez had a good breakout and then, really fell off in the second half of the year. It was just tough for me. But then again, I really like Rude, so it's been fun seeing him. I like Berrettini, so it's been a challenging year for him, but you know, 2023 it's gonna be better.
I'm gonna head, guys, as well.
Cool.
Right. Cheers.
I'll see you soon. Thanks for coming on, man.
Nice to
See you soon.
Yeah, see you soon, man.
Yeah, throws. Yeah. See you.
See you, bro.
Thanks for joining us. Yeah. We could chat for a bit more.
Yeah, I'm happy to chat more. Absolutely.
Right,
We should
yeah,
probably
I'm
break
gonna-
that match down a bit, actually.
All right. Sorry. But yeah, I guess that was, filled with drama for sure. I don't know who. Can't say Steph choked in that second set. Daniil definitely collapsed, though.
Yeah, Medvedev just peaked on match point down in the second set for sure.
Yeah.
It's like that point where he had to hit about 6 overheads,
Yeah, I know.
Steph was getting everything back. It was insane, It's like he couldn't have done any more on those points. Medvedev just kept ahead. That was a serious implosion from Medvedev, though.
Yeah.
I'm kind of a bit shocked, really.
Yeah, me too.
But yeah, I don't know if you heard. You probably had us muted, but I said if he loses this tiebreak, I think this kind of sums his year up. This match, really.
Yeah, it does sum it up, right? Disappointing and
Some
go
really
home.
good moments. Some really,
Yeah.
Sometimes when you're like, oh, I think the real Medvedev is back, and then
Yeah.
it comes crashing down.
Yeah, it does.
How many unforced errors from Daniil from 5-4 up, and then that breaker, or was it Steph putting pressure on? It feels like more of the former, but not seeing the stats. Tsitsipas played really well towards the end of the match, but yeah, Medvedev error-wise did certainly implode a bit as well, no doubt.
Yep. He did. Yeah.
Yeah, just a bit. I just can't believe he lost that match. Like, but I mean, it was a hell of a watch. I really, really enjoyed that actually.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed the second set. Third set, not as much. I would say Tsitsipas, I mean, did well enough, right? Complete capitulation for Medvedev. 3-5. Okay, I mean, 4-5-4, 15-40. I thought maybe, just maybe once again, it would be like that Felix comeback, right? 15-40 serving for the match. Very similar, but wasn't meant to be. Brings to a close pretty disappointing season from Medvedev.
Yeah,
He ends at, I mean, he drops out of the top 5 as a result. I mean, that depends
does he?
on, yeah, right now in the live rankings, he's number 6. So if Fritz beats Felix and say Medvedev beats Djokovic, which I doubt will happen at this point, yeah, I guess Medvedev could still finish number 5. The season's not done yet. He still has one match left, 200 points.
You'll know the answer to this question. Where does Djokovic finish the year if he wins this title?
It would be around 5, I think.
I mean, it's just wrong. Like, he should be in the
It's
top
been
3
crazy,
at
yeah.
the least. I mean, he's the best tennis player on the planet,
Yeah, he would finish number 5 if he is to win
Yeah.
ATP finals. But then, yeah,
I know Nadal's obviously, had his injuries back end of the year, and he's been in, really out of practice and bad form lately. But for me, I still think the top 3 of the year should be any mixture of Djokovic, Nadal, and Alcaraz.
That question, yeah, I think he won't be too bothered, or maybe I don't know. This was the match that would have kept him alive, very much like the 2019 match against Nadal, right? That would have won. That would have been the one to keep him alive.
I wonder,
and given us a knockout with Medvedev and Zverev.
What if he pulls out?
If he pulls out, then I guess
we'll get Rune v Djokovic number 2 on an indoor hardcore.
Right? Yeah, which no stakes, pretty much. But
exactly,
yeah, I think Medvedev. I mean, I think Djokovic does end up winning the group, regardless of. I mean, if he loses to Medvedev, he's 2-1. Someone else would be 2-1, but Djokovic has beaten both Tsitsipas and Rublev. Djokovic wins the group. Casper Ruud wins the group. Now we have 2 knockout matches here. Let's see.
Yeah,
we have 2.
I think I'm pretty confident on my green group that Felix and Ruud now go through. But I think Fritz still has a chance.
Mm-hmm. I think, yeah.
It's Fritz or Geralissime, isn't it?
Yeah, I had Felix and Fritz. That's not possible. So either way, it's fine. I mean, I got one right at least. Hopefully, it's Fritz because I was really confident in. I don't know. I mean, I can't say hopefully. I want Felix to win because I am a fan of Felix. But
I mean, initially, when obviously we're doing our podcast with Gil the other day, and I initially had said to myself, it's going to be Djokovic and Tsitsipas, but then he said Djokovic and Tsitsipas, and I was like, okay, I don't want to do the same answers. So I was like, I felt Tsitsipas and Medvedev were pretty 50-50.
Yeah.
So I went with them, and then I also had Rublev going 0-3, which he didn't or won't. But I got the Ruud prediction right, so I'll take that.
Let's see if the schedule is out.
For tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter for me really. Friday I'll be away to watch the Lion King musical. And
Oh,
at this point,
nice.
yeah, I mean, I'm really looking forward to that, honestly.
That'll be amazing.
Yeah, like I'm a huge fan of Lion King since I was 5 or 6, right?
Mm.
Very interesting story. No, I don't know who cares of 4 people watching it, but the first time I listened to the Lion King album, turns out I didn't listen to the original Broadway album. It was the one composed by London Theatre Orchestra. I didn't know that. Interesting story though. That album is on Spotify, the London Theatre Orchestra one, and along with obviously Disney Broadway, which is the one I'll be watching in a day's time at this point.
Mm.
So yeah, having listened to that, but then when I do tell this to Lion King diehards, who, I mean, for me, I guess the bias is because I did get into the Lion King musical through that album, so I like it. But they're like, no, like how can you like that album, right? The orchestra album, obviously, Broadway is the best and the only real musical and everything. So yeah, I think I'm really excited. Huge fan of Lion King.
Nice.
Lion
That'll be
King
amazing.
is the best movie. Okay, I mean, sure. I why not? I'll agree with it. Best, like Disney, my favorite Disney movie for sure. Cars is there too. Cars is Pixar, right? I mean, I don't know if, yeah. I think people are more into Toy Story. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say I like Toy Story over Cars. I never really liked Cars very much personally.
Okay, I guess that's an opinion quite a few people tend to hold interesting. But
yeah, but like I have friends who like my friends from uni would like always want to watch it, and that's just like
right.
Can we not?
Much
they love
like
Transformers
Medvedev.
as well, and I hate Transformers. So
right. Medvedev, yeah, lost 3 matches in a row. Did we expect that after he won Vienna? I did not expect that.
yeah, I thought he looked amazing in Vienna. And also, I'm interested looking at these stats as well. And then they're 28 unforced errors. Like I would expect Tsitsipas to be ahead in the winner count in their matches. Sure, like he hits more winners.
Yeah, I mean,
but sharing the unforced errors and 28 is quite a lot.
Yeah,
and you don't really
Medvedev,
notice it as much.
Oh my god, this is okay. So he lost the first match 6-7, 6-3, 7-6, and then this one just flipped the first 2 sets, and it's the same scoreline. It's nuts. Yeah, it's not good out there right now if you're Team Medvedev. I don't know. I think going into 2023 it's very much like how he went into 2020. 2019 he had that great run, but I mean, no big title for the first time since 2019. It would be disappointing. Won't say he's finished, but he will this off season help him reset? It's interesting because he does have a decent chunk of points to defend, and he's not going to have a favorable seeding either.
Yeah, I mean, mate, I think there's very stupid people online who will see Medvedev have a bit of a slump and be like, "Oh, he's finished."
Okay,
like,
yeah, that's now that you mention.
He's 26. He's amazing. Like Medvedev's great, and mate, we're gonna have a lot of good Medvedev success.
Yeah, now that you mentioned it, that's something I need to avoid on Twitter at this point.
Oh yeah. I mean, I've been having to watch Team and Schwartzman rhetoric that they're both finished all year, and you just got to ignore it. Like,
yeah, it's
hard because like it's always of the fans whose favorite players are doing really well. You know, Kyrgios fans when Medvedev was in a slump were like, "Oh, Medvedev's finished." I'm like, Medvedev's already had a better career than your favorite player and will continue to do so. So hush. And same as like all the people like. The amount of people, when when he was a massive losing streak when he came back from injury, the amount of people that said he's finished, he needs to retire, he's never going to be the same player. And look at him now; he's had a meteoric, rise back up in rankings. And there's a lot of stuff to be excited about for next season. It's not all about Alcaraz and Rune. There's a lot.
Yeah, I agree.
Not finished, but you don't think Medvedev might be out of the tier 1 for Oz? Maybe still one of the top 5, but maybe a bit lower than Novak had he played before. Tier 1. For me, Djokovic. Yeah, I mean, to me, Djokovic is tier 1 almost by himself. I think he's definitely playing now, so he is clear favorite in my eyes. And then I would have tier 2.
Correct.
And my tier 2 would probably be Medvedev, Sinner. I've just got a feeling about Sinner.
Yeah.
Tsitsipas plays really well there. And Alcaraz probably.
What do you think about Tsitsipas? I mean, or Medvedev getting his revenge over Tsitsipas at the Australian Open. Now, this is the first time, by the way, Tsitsipas has beaten Medvedev back to back.
Interesting.
Yeah, it is. You do tend to feel Medvedev won the first 5. Steph has now won 4 of the last 6. Maybe a shift, or just if Medvedev starts to get out of the slump, who knows if it flips? Right. It also depends on when they play on clay.
Yeah,
You prefer Steph.
I think because now Steph has found a tactic that's working, with the 7 volley especially.
I think this win is huge also because there was one point where you thought Medvedev had no business winning, and then there was the one point you thought, okay, Medvedev's definitely running away with this. Like, this steal would just be what he needed, not meant to be.
No, I didn't say Sinner tier 1. I said Sinner tier 2. But
yeah,
but Sinner for me is a definite contender. But that's not based on massive logic. It's just a feeling. The way he played at All Slams this year, I don't know. I think he's a proper contender. And I've seen a few people saying that they don't really think he's going to have that great a career compared to Alcaraz, Rune, and Felix. And I don't get that. He is probably the purest ball striker on tour, in my opinion. So now, but hey, I mean, yeah, like that's like the reason I said tier 2 as well, because I can't see anyone beating Djokovic on Rod Laver Arena next year.
Yeah,
like I really don't.
I was so close with my prediction though. I thought Medvedev's winning in 3 from a set down.
You were very close.
Yeah, I mean,
you did say tier 2, but he'd be tier 3. Maybe Kyrgios with Sinner in that one. Rafa, if fit, and Daniil and Steph.
yeah. I mean,
I'll have to see how Kyrgios is playing by then. I will probably never predict Kyrgios to win a slam until he's won a couple of matches there, because I don't really he's still not like an insanely consistent player on the tour as much.
I mean, he just had a purple patch at the US Open.
Exactly, right? He had a purple patch, and
will that be consistent?
He's had a lot of purple patches in his career and then faded away, and he's a lot more motivated now for sure. But he's also there are also a lot of very. I think people like to think because he has a huge serve and has an insane skill set that when he's playing well, no one else stands a chance. Well,
I want to talk about that handshake. I try to get a screenshot. You would think if it was any other opponent, Medvedev would have been a lot more warm at the net.
This person, so yeah, this person, Ghibli, if you saw the doubles, I would love to know what happened, because I saw some negative stuff about Kyrgios from that match.
Oh, I mean, that's like saying sun rose in the.
Yeah.
I mean,
sky is blue.
Maybe the replay is not there yet. What's your favorite ATP rivalry?
Vance loves this Nori Fritz rivalry. He really does.
I mean, Fritz, yeah,
because it's the most prominent. Because he always tweets about it when they play, because it's the most prominent rivalry.
Yeah, they play at the ATP Cup, right? Remember that?
Because they've played like an insane amount of matches against each other.
Yeah, and once, he remembers that one particular matchup so well. Tsitsipas, Medvedev, I'm sorry, I don't like it anymore. If Medvedev wins next, I start to like it again. That's your answer. Djokovic is Nadal on clay, I hate it. Next question. Alcaraz Sinner? Yeah, sure. Why not?
Love Alcaraz Sinner. I think that's going to be my favorite one going forward.
That's like fire and ice. That's the kind of rivalry we need for going
and like
forward.
That's purely on their tennis. Like they're both very similar. Like they're both really nice and like humble, but like their tennis and their on-court personas.
Personality-wise, I mean, they're nice, but the dynamic's different. Alcaraz is gesturing every point to his box. He'll be 2-6, 2-5 match point down. He'll save a match point. He'll be doing this, right?
Yeah.
Sinner, he's ice cold, sort of. He does fist bump, but he keeps it low key. I mean.
And then Nori Fritz, I mean, I don't particularly enjoy. I mean, I
Norrie,
really like
I
Cam
think,
Norrie. I really like Taylor Fritz. I don't particularly like how their
yeah, I
games
mean,
match
we
up
need
with
to
each other.
keep. Yeah, I mean, Cameron
Because
Norrie.
when they rally, they kind of get into a stalemate a lot of the time, and like who's gonna crack first, and I'm
Fritz
not that keen.
especially. Oh my god! Like, yeah, this is
I
so
can't believe
similar.
he
I mean,
hasn't listed Mute against anyone for best rivalry or Nick against Mute. Mute is so funny, man. He's hilarious.
there is a scenario where no, there is no scenario where Medvedev will qualify, even if yeah. Okay, Tsitsipas and Rublev both have beaten him. I thought if one of them were to withdraw, right, and
Wait,
somebody,
I need to find Vance's tweet because I want to see if someone's replied with like the who invited my man blood, meme about the Nori Fritz rivalry.
yeah, I mean, okay, so Djokovic, let's see who he will. He play one of. I mean, Rude has won the group, right? So he play Fritz or Felix. I don't know. I'm just not. You mentioned on. I think it was one of our shows for Popcorn Tennis Podcast. You were like, you're a big Rafa Nadal fan, but you know that he's achieved so much. Anything from now is a bonus. So you'd much rather invest in guys like Team and Schwartzman and Bias. I'm starting to feel that way about Medvedev, really. If Djokovic maybe went out I mean, I'm not going to lie and say that I wouldn't be disappointed, but he's won so much. Like, I'm seeing myself investing more in Medvedev. I think I found the guy, right? For when I had to settle with what do you call it, the supporting him full time, especially when Djokovic was AWOL for most of the first half of the season.
Yeah,
Safe to say first half until RG, let's say he played 3 or 4 tournaments. So I had to stick to. I mean, I invested so much in Medvedev. I'm like, okay, each match it's going to get better. The Australian Open final. Okay, I would put that behind and all of that, but it's just, yeah. I mean, he had a few good runs. Astana and Vienna were great, but yeah, I mean, I still think I'm more disappointed Medvedev is out now. Like, the only thing that could make it better is seeing Djokovic lift that trophy, really. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's an interesting feeling, isn't it? I mean, like, obviously I supported Nadal all my life, and then Team came along and I was like, well, I have someone else to root for now. This is really fun. Like, I always liked other players. And then I had Diego around the same time as well. And I think it's come on a lot since Rafa won Australian Open this year, because he finally got his second title there. And I've been waiting 10 plus years for about 10 years for that. Heartbreak after heartbreak, Matt coming, losing fifth set, in the fifth set of 2 finals from a breakup against his 2 biggest rivals of all time. That sucks. And that 2012 final, especially because the 2017 Federer comeback was so magical, it was like a bit easier to stomach. But like, yeah, the one against Djokovic in 2012 hurt for a long time.
This match is very alike. The Team Djokovic match in 2020, don't you think?
Yeah.
Third set, Djokovic 4-love up. He loses this match, right? I think, 7-5 in the breaker or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
I think it was 5-1 in the tiebreak and 4-1 the year before or something like that.
Yeah, Djokovic was 4-love up and Team got to 3-4 and then 6-4 actually from there. And then Djokovic and Team served it out. And
Team's actually just ridiculous when he's behind.
And the second set, how many set points, right? I think
I love their matches. They're so good. And like, even as a Team fan, although I really wanted them to win, I just loved every second of those matches. Even if Team lost, like, they're so fun to watch against each other.
Yeah, I mean, quality-wise, that match definitely better than this one.
Oh yeah, 2019 was probably. I saw Bastian on Twitter say that 2019 match was the best 3-set match between 2010 and 2020, which I think I might agree with, to be honest.
It would be. Up there would be Federer versus Kyrgios in Miami.
Oh my god, that was amazing! I was actually in Australia for that. That was actually ridiculous. That was good shout. That was back when Kyrgios was actually kind of likable.
Yeah, there are some of Djokovic. I'm like, they're slipping my mind. I mean, you talk about 2010s, Djokovic Murray at Rome, 2011.
Can't even remember that one.
Yeah, the semi-final, Djokovic. I mean, he was obviously on a 34-35 match win streak. 6-1, 3-6, 7-6, and Andy Murray served for that match. 5-4 in the third. Ring a bell.
Do you know what? No, I actually can't remember that one.
Okay, yeah, I think you that would be up there for sure. One of the best matches easily. We were talking about Andy had never made a final at any clay court tournament until when we talk about Andy's 2011 clay court season, the Monte Carlo semi-final against Nadal, he took into 3 sets. RG came to the semis, although it was straight sets. He still played him close. There was a 7-5 and a 6-4 set. I mean, against Pete Nadal at RG, for any other player, that would be good, right?
Yeah.
Say 2008 Djokovic pushed him the farthest. There was, I think, 7-5. Yes, 6-2, 7-5, 7-5, 6-2, 7-6, something like that. Not even sure.
No, I do not mean that tiebreak.
6-4, 6-2, 7-6, right? Tiebreak and best. Don't you mean that one?
Decided
The one that decided the match?
No, funnily enough, I do not.
Okay, fine.
I need to ask a question on Twitter at some point, probably after the ATP finals. When
I think you would have felt how I'm feeling right now after the 2019 final.
Yeah. Thank God, that was tough. 2020, I actually had to miss the third set because I was going to work. It was like an evening shift, and I was following it on my phone, and I could see when it break down. And I was just like, "Sick, cheers, thanks." So that's another final he's lost. Great. I think I need to do like a thread or some point, or like ask a question on Twitter of people's favorite 3-set matches of this year. Because there's been some corkers. My favorite one, which I know no one else in the world will pick, but Schwartzman v Davidovich Fokina, Montreal. No one's seen it, and probably no one's watching at this point, but go watch it. That was amazing. That was like 3 hours of just like ridiculous ball striking. Like, love the way Fokina hits the ball, and Schwartzman was just counter punching. And Schwartzman was 3-love down in the third set, 15-40. Holds, breaks, holds, breaks again, and then like serves out at like 6-4. It was such a good match. Been some corkers. I think Team beating Hurkacz, getting his first ever win against Hurkacz as well in Antwerp.
3-6, 7-6.
That was awesome. A lot of. So there's been some good moments for me this year, to be fair.
As a fan of Novak, Team, sure. So sorry, I was gonna.
There we go.
Nadal's defeat, RG.
Yeah, as a Nadal fan personally, that's one of the
I would say for me, Olympics semi-final against Zverev last year.
I think we're all sad about that because we all know what happened.
Medvedev fan, there are a few matches that come to mind. I mean, I don't care much about that ATP Finals 2019 match. I think in the grand scheme of things, it didn't matter. Medvedev beat Nadal the year after, right?
Yeah.
Coming back from a set down. And the Australian Open final, the Wimbledon 4th round against Hurkacz. And this match, I would say specifically, they definitely hurt, right? The three. I mean, this match, I would say for sure. Because it feels like, Steph is a player he's dominated for that long.
Yeah.
In the matchup, at least. And then, it's just better times.
Yeah, for me, I would for Rafa, I would say, last year's French Open, 2012 Australian Open final.
Greek definitely the better player today. Yeah, I can't disagree with that.
Yeah. Worst loss as a team fan is a good question. I think And Anisimova, Osaka, Australia might be the best three match. Yeah, that was a corker of a match. That was brilliant. 2020 and 2019 ATP finals, like the final, both matches, team losing, were really hard. It's going to sound ridiculous, but first round to Pablo Carreno Busta was probably the most emotionally upset I was at a team loss that I can remember this year. 2020 Australian Open final to Novak after being 2-1 up as well. There's a good handful as a team fan. Schwartzman, I think losing to, even though it wasn't like, it was close 2 sets, between him and Novak in the Rome final of 2020. But that hurts that he lost. I mean, it would have been ridiculous to take out Nadal in straight sets, Shapovalov in 3, and then defeat Novak to win Rome Masters. Like, that would be, almost like a generational, like, insane feat. I don't know. Yeah, that's out there for Diego. Another Diego loss. I actually didn't watch it because I was during COVID and there's a lot going on. But his loss to Nori. Actually, you know what? One really tough Schwartzman loss was Liam Brody at Wimbledon this year. I'm sure you remember that, Shrihiri, when he was. I don't know if you were on the popcorn chat.
Brody against, you mean Schwartzman?
Yeah, Schwartzman losing to Liam Brody at Wimbledon this year is one of my least favorite Schwartzman memories because he was bossy in that match and then just capitulated.
I don't recall that one. Yeah, Tsitsipas now won 4 of his last 6 against Medvedev, like I mentioned. Medvedev winning the first 5. Interesting.
Love Liam Brody on Twitter. Yeah, Liam Brody's class. I like him a lot. He's a super nice guy. Really funny, but yeah, I was annoyed. I was at the pub with Claire and Scott on a few days later, actually, after Wimbledon, and they had all their Murray fans, and they were talking about Brody's winning at Schwartzman. And I was just like, guys, I can't talk about that. I was still annoyed. Yeah, I mean, with Diego, there hasn't been that many specific losses that have been really helpful. There's been quite a few, but like it's more his decline in form this year, which has been really sad for me. And that definitely came to the front against TFO when he didn't win that first set, which he had like about 4 billion opportunities to do. But hey, he's winning the French Open next year, so I shouldn't really complain.
Yeah. I was waiting for that.
Yeah, he's doing it. I'm gonna wake up first day of January. I'm just gonna tweet saying, "Welcome to 2023, the year that Diego Schwartzman wins a Grand Slam. Let's go."
Yeah, interesting.
It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
per my tweet the other day, it's already written what's gonna happen next year. Djokovic, Australia, Rafa, French, Djokovic, Wimbledon, and some top 4 player wins the US Open. Did Novak win or did Rublev lose it? Yeah, Novak won. I mean, I'd say Rublev lost it emotionally for sure. And there wasn't a single moment in that match where it looked like Rublev had any chance of winning. To be honest, as soon as Djokovic stepped it up a bit and Rublev made a couple more errors, that was it. Like it was a tight first set, but Djokovic was just cruising. And as soon as Rublev made a couple of bad errors, Djokovic just pounced and it was game over.
Yep.
Give him an inch and he'll take a mile is probably Djokovic's like just the mantra when it comes to playing Novak.
It's true. But yeah, we're basically just all we're missing are a couple of drinks, I guess. Yeah.
Who's more likely to win a slam?
More likely 2020 Medvedev with Tsitsipas. I don't want to answer this question.
Do you want me to answer it? I'm going to say Medvedev, personally.
I'd say Medvedev by... He's come closer than Tsitsipas has to winning slams, and he's won a slam too. So
yeah, and this year as well. So
you'd love to see me on the drinks, really? Sure,
Well,
maybe we'll do that one day.
Definitely.
Um,
Like realistically, Medvedev always has a good shot at the Australian Open and the US Open. So, whereas Steph, I don't think he can get to the semi-finals in Australia, but he'll run into Djokovic or Medvedev there in the semis, and I don't know. Like, I don't think like Steph's not going to be able to serve and volley for 5 sets.
he ran out of it pretty quickly, right? In that Australian Open semi-final. I thought that would be his best chance because Medvedev probably didn't have the legs after that Felix match, but whoa, there was some escape. And then he goes on to back that up.
What was impressive was what in the quarters, like Sinner was in red hot form, and people were like tipping him to beat Tsitsipas, and Tsitsipas just destroyed him like really comfortably. Yeah, I I look back on what was it, 3rd of January or something, and ATP Cup had started, and Schwartzman began by beating Tsitsipas, and I was like, I remember like seeing that, and like that morning, I was like, Diego was winning a slam this year, and then he proceeded to have his worst season so far. But I usually make pretty good predictions.
I almost went 3-on-3. Medvedev 2 points away on one occasion, 3 points away on the other, and then from there just complete capitulation. I mean, I don't know what to
Tomorrow's
say.
match is Rafa v Casper.
Yeah, it's the Australian Open finalists really who are just baked at this point.
Yeah, and they're both new dads. I just feel like they just want to like go home. Rafa v Casper. I don't know. I mean, I feel like I would quite like to see Casper go 3-0, to be honest. As much as I love Rafa, and yeah, I'd like if he loses to Nadal, people are just gonna be so mean and be like, "Lol, he's clearly rigging it so Nadal gets a win or whatever." Just could do without all the nonsense, really, to be honest. He was down on Casper pre-tournament. Yeah, I mean, lots of people were, to be fair.
Down on Casper, isn't?
As in saying his chances weren't very high.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was, but I did caveat that by saying that he likes to prove people wrong, right?
Exactly.
Decided. I didn't have him beating Felix.
No.
Looked likely, maybe because he did beat him in, like I mentioned, in Montreal. But yeah, I did think in a group of such players, it also depended, I guess. I had Nadal beating Fritz. I think that had quite a bit to do with that because Nadal is now Casper's last match.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter for him; he's won the group. So, but I did mention it was at the beginning of the clay season, right? He won Buenos Aires, Monte Carlo loses early to Dimitrov, Barcelona he lost to PCB, I think, some PCB or some player. It was early, and in Munich he loses to Botic van der Zandschulp. Madrid he loses early again to Lajovic. That's 4 tournaments in a row where he loses early. And then what happened, right? He made the semis in Rome. He made the final at RG. I mentioned this even on our podcast. I remember, if you remember, Yumi and Gil. So yeah, I guess. Yeah, I didn't have him making the semis, so it doesn't matter. But then I did. I guess I get a couple of brownie points for mentioning the fact that he likes to prove people wrong and whatnot. So
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say I was bigging up. I did pick him to get out of the group, but I mean, I still would be surprised if he won or even got to the final.
I had Felix or Fritz, but now they have a knockout match, right?
Yeah.
Who do you think Djokovic would prefer? That's interesting. I think the way he's playing, it doesn't matter really. But
yeah, anyone, honestly.
see, like Medvedev's gone now. He's not going to play him at more than he would play in the round robin.
Yeah.
There's no Zverev. There's no team.
Oh,
Who else?
sad.
Who else? Right? Will Rublev flip the script? I don't know. Rude versus Rublev again. I want to see that matchup actually. Last year they played a really good match. Steph, but I just think now that Steph will take so much confidence from this. I think Steph makes the
For
semis.
sure.
So
Yeah.
it'll be Steph versus Rude. Yeah, I agree.
Rude.
Medvedev was Djokovic's biggest threat from anybody.
I would really like to see Rude v Tsitsipas on this court. Actually,
Yeah.
I'm very interested.
So what I would like to see would be Djokovic versus Felix and Rude versus Tsitsipas. Or honestly, I'm okay with either Rublev or Tsitsipas at this point. What I would like to see, but I do have a preference between Felix and Fritz, which is Felix.
If it's Rublev Rude, I think Rude makes the final.
Interesting. Tsitsipas and Rude. That's interesting because Rude beat him in Madrid last year.
Yeah.
Altitude, obviously nowhere close to these conditions. Let me pull up the stats for that match. I know Tsitsipas beat him in Toronto.
So give me 1 second. He just took my door out and it's rain coming in. Christ. Just realised it's 11:30 here. Crikey.
Yeah, they played for Madrid. Rude winning 7-6, 6-4. Actually, that match was very similar to his match against Felix here. And
Oh, Petchy liked my tweet. That's nice of him.
that's cool. Look at that. Tsitsipas versus Hawkeye.
That's true. That's
John, our lovely producer, asks, who's the biggest threat for Novak? Now I'd say Felix.
Yeah, I mean, he's lucky Diego's not here because Diego on these courts, smoking.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, right.
But yeah, man, I'm just in my Scott Barkley, Andy Murray.
Right? Yeah.
I'm joking. I mean,
regardless of who wins, it's safe to say that Diego Schwartzman would have beaten all of these players.
Yes. I mean, he did so well at his last ATP finals visit, of course. No, I don't really know who else can threaten him. I would say peak, inform Medvedev. Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Like Djokovic only ever loses to Zverev when Djokovic is playing bad.
You were almost going right.
Yeah, I actually did say that earlier.
Yeah. Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
My mom's gonna wake up in a few hours.
Nice.
And I don't know if she's gonna watch this. She's gonna know only once I wake up if she bothers to ask who wins. And I know for a fact that I'm gonna say Tsitsipas, and she's gonna be like, "What? Medvedev didn't win?" That's gonna rub salt in the wound. Like literally, it's happened too many times this season.
Yeah,
What I should do, I should just
wait. They lost. How did they lose that match? You're like,
yeah, how did he lose? Yeah, I'm gonna text my mom right now. Like, I'm gonna sleep. Tsitsipas beat Medvedev. Good night. And then she wakes up tomorrow. I don't know. She's gonna react with like one of those memoji stickers or something, and it's done there, right? I hope she forgets. Don't ask me how. Please, I don't want to go through that.
No,
mom, please, no. Jethro, how far can
team go in 2023? I think I added a few words saying this on the show from earlier today, but I'm feeling pretty optimistic. He'll enter around the top 100. I think he's just sitting at 102 right now. Into next year. Hopefully he gets direct qualification, and I think he will. I think it's confirmed or whatever. Direct qualification into the Australian Open. Lots will depend on his draw. If he can avoid a seeded player and play a qualifier or a wild card, that would be really
he's
good.
so unlucky with draws. Like
He's had some really rough draws.
PCB in the first round, not it. Like
Yeah, that loss really is probably one of the most upsetting ones I've dealt with as a team fan. Genuine.
yeah, I mean there's 6 viewers right now. Like kudos. I mean,
yeah, honestly, in for the long haul. Yeah, and I think team's gonna. If he can get a decent draw in Australia, I think he can probably win a few matches there, definitely.
are we sleeping on Carlos Alcaraz with regards to his chances at the AO? I just see a tweet on Alcaraz being pulled up. I want to say that
John, you've just asked like a question 2 minutes after your team question, which I've not even begun to even be close to finishing. God, man.
Final words on Alcaraz.
It's like, okay, I don't care about team anymore.
Okay,
I'll wrap up.
Come on.
I'll wrap up on team. Right, I'll go. If he gets a good draw at the Australian Open, wins a couple matches, I reckon, or maybe 3 or 4. He'll go play the Golden Swing for sure. Maybe win a tournament there. Who knows? And then maybe you know what? Screw it. He's gonna win the Calendar Slam next year, and he's gonna win the Sunshine Double, and he's gonna be year-end #1. That's what we can expect from team next year.
Oh Lord, he pulled that out of you. Alcaraz thoughts this far out.
Actually, no. Do you know what? I said this earlier. I will say on team, I have a bold Dominic team prediction for next year, and you're gonna think I'm crazy. But he makes the Wimbledon semi-final.
Interesting.
And I'm like, legit, that's not even jokes. I like
Alcaraz, what do I think? I think he's winning. See, we have locked in favorites for slams that we don't really think of a slam that Alcaraz is the top favorite. Okay. For a minute, I thought he was congratulating Steph. And I was about to remove that from this broadcast, but okay.
Well done, man. Your withdrawal was pointless because I couldn't play either.
I mean, like, I think I deserve some kudos from people here for sticking this far out after that match, after that result.
Mm-hmm.
Like, give some love for me, please, somebody. Like, how am I still here?
Alcaraz next year. I mean, I'd put Alcaraz as a top 3 or 4 contender for every slam bar Wimbledon. Yes, top 3 for each slam bar Wimbledon. Maybe not Australia. I would say top 4 candidates for French: Novak, Rafa, Ruud, and Alcaraz in no order.
Oh, you would put Ruud ahead of Alcaraz?
No, not in that order.
In no order. Okay.
Yeah.
Alcaraz ahead of Ruud for me. The first meeting actually was in Marbella in 2021. I remember Alcaraz chopped up Ruud there. Their matches have gotten a lot more competitive since, which is interesting because Alcaraz is the one who's improved, I would say, exponentially. And the US Open match was good. I think it's sort of an unpopular opinion. It was good.
Good final.
Good tennis. Like,
I really enjoyed that match. Actually,
people are just being delirious, I want to say, when they're comparing that match to the 2020 final. Like,
the 2020 final was a mess, and I say that as a team fan. Like,
I mean, you're happy with the result, but
like it was amazing. It was amazing drama, like incredible tension, but actual tennis, no, they were both so nervous. Like it just.
Yeah, I mean, Zverev jumped.
Well, I mean, Zverev wasn't very nervous, but team was.
Oh yeah,
like he could barely hit the ball.
Like how much is that taken out of him? Like,
Mm.
I mean, I want to say Medvedev, like we talk about the whole US Open curse or whatever. Medvedev's held up. I mean, he went into Australia as such a strong contender, just 2 games away from winning.
Yeah.
And then from there, it's just been not been the same. Imagine he's won that slam, the first player in men's tennis in the Open era to win first 2 slams in succession. That goes completely south from there. Season goes south. He hurls down in the rankings after like jumping up to 1.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. It's like if he wins that final, like it's
and
so weird.
this
to
is
think
sort of
where
an
those two
unpopular.
goes.
Yeah, this is sort of an unpopular opinion when people say Medvedev, oh, he was hard done by the ban. When we talk about the top, like creme de la creme players, I agree, but we also like sort of leave out Rublev and how he was undone by that, just
Yeah.
as unfair to him. Sure, there's Khachanov and Karatsev too, and if
Say
you want to
Khachanov
take,
probably the most in terms of Wimbledon because he was 2-1 up on Shapovalov in the quarterfinal last
he
year.
was, yeah. I mean,
He was playing really well.
yeah. I mean, all of the Russians lost from 2-1 up last year, which is interesting. Rublev lost to Fucsovics, like, inexplicable.
Yeah.
Was Rublev 2-1 up? I think he was.
What, on Fucsovics?
Yeah,
I can't actually remember. I think Fucsovics beat Schwartzman in the round previous to that.
you'd remember that, yeah.
I do remember, yeah. And then he beat Rublev and then, of course, lost
Yeah,
to
Rublev was 2-1 up. He was 3-6, 6-4, 6-4.
Damn.
Fucsovics bageled him in the fourth, and he wins it 6-3.
I mean, Fucsovics was playing really well that tournament, like really well. And he looked really good at times against Djokovic, but obviously. Anyone could look good against Djokovic for a bit before they lose in straight sets.
Vunch just sent me.
I can't believe Vunch included. Oh, hey Scott! I can't believe Vunch included Fritz v Norrie in that rivalry tweet. That's brilliant. Look at these two handsome boys. Hey Scott. We've been asked to discuss your tweet.
Scott's right here. Look at these two. Oh, thank you. I mean, that's one nice thing from this terrible night. Seeing a compliment. John, if you're still there, I'm gonna be a little away from Twitter. I don't want to see Tsitsipas fans on my feed at this point. So anything, please WhatsApp me. Like, I mean, just a request, humble request from me. I think most of the people I do want to interact with on, yeah, thank you. Why is it that on Twitch this emoji shows up like freaking? What is that? So creepy, smiley emoji.
It's really weird. It's like a robot. Okay, right. What, John? What?
Why,
What?
Scott?
Are you saying we should need to answer if it's a significant win for Tsitsipas?
You answer it.
Yeah, I'll take it from here. I would say yes. Does it mean a whole lot going forward? No. There's still a long time.
I want to say no as well.
It's a significant win in the sense that, like, of this tournament and of this year.
In this tournament, yes.
But in terms of like the rest of their rivalry going forward, no. There is still a long way to go.
Yeah, it's true. I don't think so.
Yeah. But yeah, that's my answer to that.
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, I think more often than not, Medvedev is going to win.
Yeah, like, I don't know. Maybe my opinion now on them on best of 3 on hard courts will change, but if they're playing a Grand Slam, I'm still going to be backing Medvedev. Thank you, Scott.
Cute. Make up your mind, Scott.
I love this. Mic. It's so cool. Looks cute. It's both.
Ah, okay. Interesting. Private chat. Okay.
That's right.
All right. Why am I reading that out loud?
I was as well. It's late.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. With that, we'll wrap up. Here's your depressed here's your depressed host, producer for today, signing off with Jethro.
It's been very fun as a neutral.
It's been great.
I must say.
Yeah, nearly 4 hours. We are talking about Djokovic, Nadal, RG lengths here for a stream. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and I see there were quite a few people who stuck towards the end, heard a lot of my rambling, heard my fantasies of getting drunk, whatever. I guess. Yeah, thanks for that. Thanks as always, Jethro, for joining us. I mean, you did a great job. Obviously, what I did was mostly from behind the scenes. Yeah, we'll catch all of you soon. Yeah, I mean, to sign off, we have Scott's comment there, but Jethro's mic.
Sums up every show I'm on. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean,
Steals-
let's be real.
steals the
The only winner today is Jethro's mic. Tsitsipas won on court, but the true winner is Jethro's mic. That
every week.
Thanks. Thanks for joining,
See you,
and we'll
everyone.
see you soon.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.